really poor at it.
Well, it really depends upon which ones you get.
Yeah, most of everyone I've seen so far was laid out really poorly. Dumb things like straight up down ladders to get into bed.
I don't know if you were driving one around on a okay, we're up.
John, the UN Security Council holds an emergency session on North Korea later today. President Trump has headed this hour to Missouri to talk about the Republican tax reform plan. The U.S. Senate could vote as soon as
What happens if it gets to be time he's not here? You go on?
No, I think
anything passed would have to be reconciled.
We get music.
That's right.
Drew has something he plays the best of.
But the NASDAQ is down more than 100. Stocks being fair and
I'm Nick Sobolewski, a select quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shot the many highly rated term life
Adjuster. That's so big.
Found Ray,
That is so big.
And takes medication.
Want me here or there? Where do you want me? I want you right there. You know, I usually. You know, we've been talking to you about it, right? And
well, I gave you guys the phone number of the guy.
Yeah, and the model, how we're going to do it, and why, you know, and
no, you know what? He was walking in, so it worked out.
And here's the deal: we need to make it so automated that all you need to do is follow a phone call or whatever broker you work with in the market.
Right.
I'm hoping we get one broker per market, but.
Are you going nationwide on it? Are you going everywhere?
Oh, yeah. See, I suggest that you do that, too. That you grow with us, but I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you're allowed to go into a market and just put up your shingle.
There's certain states, most of the states, you know, we're licensed in Texas, Mexico, Arizona. I've got like 15 states we're licensed in.
So, okay, so we should just expand to where you are. But do you have all carriers in all those markets where they...
Not all carriers. There's certain carriers that will only appoint agents.
Because I'd love to have it, the simpler the better.
Yeah.
And maybe what we do is just license. That's what we're doing separately.
Yeah.
Maybe we just have a separate entity for that.
Right. And then I just
be something different separate.
Yeah.
If you want. Just to keep it easy.
Yeah.
Because once we hit, we'll do it around the country. But I want to make it instant. I don't want all this bullshit like Progressive and all those others. They don't do it. Are we up on the online?
We are.
Okay, I better do right. I want to be different.
Yeah.
I want to be so different. They get it like that, just like we do.
Kind of what your other model is for the other one.
Yeah.
You were just telling me.
Hey,
Clint. How are you? I'm Brian.
And Brian is with Burns with Compass Insurance Group. Clint is one of our helpers. Really helps us a lot. So listen, it's never been done like this at this scale. And I don't see why anyone would not do a check. Why wouldn't anyone?
Yeah.
Why do people? The people that we find, why are they not? Why do they not check their insurance?
Yeah, I think some of them feel like it takes, you know, effort.
And it's a pain in the ass.
You know, you have to get all your documents together, get all the information about the drivers in the household, and yeah, some people are just like, they just don't want to mess with that.
Sure, the complex. My father owned an insurance agency since 1957. He passed on. I've been an adjuster for USA for years.
Okay.
And, but you know, you got liability, you got property damage, you got a lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
It is a complex market because you're marketing a group of things that they really don't even understand what they are. A lot of them don't understand the deductibles, they don't understand co-pays, depreciation.
Well, and you see that whenever you know, we get a lot of customers from a Geico where they're doing it themselves, and you do see it because you'll notice they have no uninsured motorist, or their uninsured motorist limit is $25.50, or they don't know what they have even. And so when you get the opportunity to sit them down, they're willing to
Well, it's another thing. You break that out into three numbers. Like we ask most people, they have no clue what those three numbers are.
Right.
And they're not carrying enough property damage. They get an $80,000 Mercedes.
Right. You got $15,000 coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Brian, we're doing health center?
Yeah. Yep. I think Suzanne, are you the one forwarding it?
On your banner and stuff. I just want to make sure I have it.
I worked for about 6 months in the commissioner's office. I didn't realize how What's up, man?
Hey.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Extremely regulated.
Very regulated industry.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, the longest-running continual show with the same host, and we are here to serve you. Yes, that's what I am. I am a public servant. I really, really love helping people. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Listen, we got so much to talk about today because if you've been wronged, lied to, cheated, ripped off, even neighbor versus neighbor, whatever the heck is on your mind, there's nowhere else to go. Well, you go to your friends. You know, this is a group of people, the old town meeting, the old fence behind in your backyard where you lean over the fence, talk to your neighbor. We aggregate those conversations to hundreds of thousands of people, and you get a chance to just unload on-air reviews, whatever you want to do. Now, we have saved so much money for people and recovered directly millions of dollars because you spread it around. There is no other show. You know what? We hear the president talking about fake news. I don't know where you stand on that, but we hear about fake news. We hear about social media. We hear about everything going on in the world, but nowhere do you hear about what I talk about. Nowhere do you have someone who is solving your problems. This is as important as any of those other topics. It's the stuff that affects us every single day. Contractors taking money, not coming back. People cheating you in a car deal. Somebody, your employer, not treating you well. An employee robbing you. Insurance companies ripping you off. Well, we have an insurance broker today, one of the big ones, Compass. We've grown over the years together in helping consumers. I've known them for so many years. They've been on my show for so many years. And here's what we do. We do free insurance checkups. And it's so incredible. Every time we do this, we get new people. And every single time, we never fail to save money for the majority of the people. Maybe 10 to 15% of the people who call have good coverage at a great price. But in the other 85% of the cases, Compass can get you better coverage at better prices. They're not beholden to one company. We are not here selling any one company. We are representing, through Compass, 25 carriers. So you can say, hey, do I have good coverage? They'll let you know. They don't care. They don't. If you have good coverage, they say, yes, you have very good coverage. They'll turn you away and say, you got great coverage, stick with it. But if you've had insurance for 3 or more years, I can almost guarantee you you're paying too much. And if you've had it 10 years or more with the same carrier, I can pretty much guarantee it, but I am absolutely 100% positive that if you have the big bad five, more than 10 years, you are being ripped off royally. Who are the big bad five? State Farm, Farmers, Allstate, American Family, and Fred Loya. Those are the worst of the worst of the worst. And you know what's bad? If you go to your farmer's agent and say, hey, what can you do for me? He can't shop it around. They're captive agents. Allstate, captive agents. State Farm, captive agents. They can only sell one product. So, here's our insurance help center line. They're standing by in our help center. Hello? Hey. I like that. Yeah, I like, yep. You look good today. Yep.
We're all good, Tom. We forwarded.
303-771-HELP. 771-4357. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Listen, this is a consumer show, but we talk about issues of the day that are near and dear to our hearts and pocketbooks and things we can't avoid. We talked in the past about, for example, violence in the workplace. We've talked about terrorism as it relates to our investments in our lives. There is something that just, I mean, it's becoming so pervasive, oh my God, it's like sexual harassment. Today I wake up and hear Matt Lauer is fired on the Today Show. It seems like every day someone else is exposed. And I am sure, it's a bad thing to say, I guess, talking about sexual harassment. So, someone is accused of sexual harassment. And you think to yourself, what the heck is going on? It's probably because it's going on for so long that people did not even realize they could complain about it. And tell me that there's not one person out there who hasn't said, wow, have I ever been involved in anything like that? I know I thought, have I ever witnessed anything like that? I mean, I've worked with a lot of dirty people, disgusting people. They had all of their vulgar humor and all that. And I'm trying to think, was there ever a time when there were females around that would have been truly... would it have been considered harassment?
This stuff goes well beyond off-color jokes.
What do you think it is? Is it more than off-color? What is sexual harassment?
I bet we're going to find out.
I'm serious. Now I know.
I bet Matt was playing grab ass. That's what I think. I think he went way too far. It wouldn't surprise me now if he pulled his pants down. That's what all of them seem to do.
But here's what I don't understand. Why... It's more than a sexual thing. I think it's more of a. It's almost like a sickness. This is something a lot of them have in common. Do you notice that they like exposing themselves somehow? Either keeping the door open. That Charlie Rose, when he's taking a shower, he leaves the door open so the woman can see in, or the guys,
the ones that blow me away.
Masturbated, Louis C.K.
It wasn't just him. It was Louis, the original guy. A lot of them do that.
Weinstein. But here's what's incredible. Why do they think? Do they think that a woman's going to catch sight of him and lose themselves in passion? Oh my God, I have to have you. I mean, I'll tell you what.
It's a power move.
When I was dating, I would never think about leaving the door open. I wouldn't even take my shirt off. I was afraid that my belly was too big or something. I mean, why do these old son of a guns think they're going to take their clothes off and these women are going to, like, throw themselves?
Remember Bill O'Reilly? He wanted
crazy.
to bathe her down with a falafel in the shower.
I mean, I just don't understand, though. But what, and I mean this sincerely, what is truly, if someone's been sexually harassed, what is sexual harassment? Okay, let's say you walk up to a woman and you say something. What is it? Is it propositioning them? What if, oh, hey, baby, you're looking good today. Now, is that sexual harassment? I mean, that's kind of lewd and weird. But I have tried to think what kind of an idiot would do it. Like you got to go beyond. What is it? What truly are these people doing? Are they truly grabbing? Are you stupid enough to grab someone? And then I remember years ago, I was used as a talent, they call it. They were making a corporate video on sexual harassment. Had to have been 20 years ago. It was that long ago. This guy hired me. If he's still in town, I wish he would call me. He did corporate training. And I was just reading scripts. And we were giving examples of what sexual harassment was. And I remember some of it. If a woman is in the workplace and you ask her out, no, that's not sexual harassment, but I think it's inappropriate, because if you have to work with that person and they don't want to go out with you, when you say no, when they say no, if they don't want to go out with you, it's going to be uncomfortable. I think that's wrong too. I think if you call them outside of work, it might be different. But if women can enlighten us who have been sexually harassed, because here's why. What I'm afraid will happen is that people who are true victims, I think if too many people come forward, true victims of sexual harassment may not get the help they need. I don't know.
I totally agree, Tom.
Maybe not. Although now it seems like almost everyone can just say it and they're believed 100%. Now this brings up a point. What if someone wants to destroy someone? It wouldn't be that difficult.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be. But
it's pretty easy right now.
But I don't think you can get, 3 or 4 or 5 or 8 women to do that. I don't think they... You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that when you have these multiple allegations. But in Matt Lauer's case, I heard it was only one person. Now, if one person simply says something, is that enough? I just would like opinions. This is a very important topic. What do you believe it is, harassment? Can you say, obviously, I believe touching
anywhere, anytime is inappropriate. But there are some people who say if it's unwelcomed. Well, how do you know what's unwelcome? And what about when you talk to someone? You say to them, what would be sexual harassment? I truly don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know like I do it, I don't know. I'm saying that I don't understand it. I don't know. I would love to either talk to an attorney or to someone who has represented someone successfully to define it. I believe we all need to be trained and sensitized to it. Not because we might be guilty, but we might see it and say to someone, listen, man, you're over the line. You better stop. And have we had experiences yet of women doing it to men? We have not had any men coming forward lately. Has that happened? So anyway, here's our help center for insurance. Get your insurance checkup. In some cases, we save people $1,000 a month. In big cases, we have saved people.
It boils down to people feeling like it's going to take a lot of time and effort to have to do this, or it's a pain to have to switch it. We really do try to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, well, I mean, we walk them through the whole thing, and there's certain things that we can't do. We can't cancel your prior insurance once you decide to go with us. Only the named insured can do it. We can get you documents to sign and get them on to the other carrier.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
You have to choose.
We try to make it as
easy as
Listen,
possible.
Brian, I signed maybe 3 or 4 papers when I was with you, and that was it. And I docu-signed them online.
Right.
I didn't have to come in, and you did everything. You made all the calls. You made all the switches. You don't have to call and switch over. They do it. All right, let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. We have to take a break and talk about whatever is on your mind. I would love to hear from someone as to their opinion, or if they have some facts based on cases. I would like to know and kind of define sexual harassment. What exactly crosses that line? No one's really talking about it. We're talking about people doing it. This show is a show of help. Let's talk about it. What if there's an idiot out there who is inappropriate and truly he doesn't realize it? We could help him. We could help him saying, come on, man, get a grip. We can help him. That's what I'm trying to get at. Genesis Total Exteriors. We talk about contractors here that you should stay away from and never give money, and they can rip you off. Genesis has a stellar record of honesty, ethics, and integrity. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com, and they do both interiors and exteriors. 303-679-8509.
Blatant sexual harassment. All 3 times these guys had huge out-of-control egos. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've seen it. Alan Ager in Denver Corporate Board, he was, we're online, just remember. I don't care what you say, but we're online. Yeah, so everybody knows it.
Your secretary too, I get one of them, he thinks they're trying to make up for lost time. He said if you wanted to throw in a live recorded or something, you will, just let him know.
Yeah, if you have a chance.
Do you want to do that?
People. That's what does Dan would ask you out there. What would you consider someone harassment?
Yeah, we've done coverage. Descriptions in past episodes.
Oh, okay.
Different people aren't listening.
Yeah. Now listen, I get this email that astounds me. It's from my credit card company that says secured email. Please respond. Important. I go on and it says, we were wondering if your email is correct.
That's the important information.
No, but think about it. They emailed me that.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. So, if it was correct, if it's incorrect, how would they know?
You would never get it. Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid. They're saying verify your email address. You just emailed me.
Right.
You would think they would call you or something.
Right.
That's a robot just saying. Oh my God, I got so pissed off. I want to do a call on the air. Wait till you hear this is a good call. I want you to hear this. This is a good one. I am so pissed at this. I got to remember to do this.
Tom, Brent's not even available today. So Drew suggested maybe we throw in one recorded live and then you do a brought to you by. Do you want to do
I'll
that?
be brought to you by at noon.
Okay. And then he do a recorded live at the 45?
Like I say, so since the reboot,
Top of the hour.
So you're going to do the 12:45 at top of the hour?
When it says 12, top of the hour.
Yeah.
then this one I'll work it. I'll just work it.
You'll do it. You don't want to put in a recorded line.
We'll see. If
Okay.
By the third hour, because he wouldn't get it in now anyway.
Right. I'll let him, you just
I
let
would
me know.
love to try to themselves get Fuller out of the third if we have another one we could put in.
Mark, you know,
I'll ask him.
He's been in every single
when somebody
day.
thinks so much of themselves, there's a term for that. Narcissistic. Every one of those guys.
That term's overused too now. I mean, that's a favorite term for
Yeah, but every one of those 3 people I know that were doing
narcissists.
were narcissistic and had ego problems.
Have you ever listened to the podcast? I think it's This American Life. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
They did it's a pretty big podcast. Lots of people listen to it, but they did a podcast kind of about this. They interviewed just random people, specifically the guys that call out to women as they pass by, whistling at them, whatever, And it was interesting to hear these guys that just absolutely think that the women enjoy it, and that's why they want to do it. And one guy even goes up and like smacks them on the ass, and he can't. He said they always like it. And then they interview the women, and it's like 94% of all women say, I don't like that at all.
Well, he woke up in hell. My son-in-law works for Halliburton, sales, and they're taught for certain cases like waitresses to make a comment on, but not a sexual comment.
It's weird.
It does.
Yeah,
right?
I don't.
Well, I commented to Susan this morning how I liked her shoes.
Oh yeah, I comment on like Daphne. I notice her shoes. When you notice stuff like that and say it, that's not sexual. That's just saying.
Some women might think it is.
Not really. If you see, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
what is it?
Yeah.
Truly, what is it?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you talk about a woman's breasts or her legs, amen. But I am so naive when it comes to that stuff.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. Listen, this is an email about sexual harassment. Don't forget our insurance call-in, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Our operators are standing by, and you can just give them your declarations page or tell them what you're paying for, what your coverage, your contents, all of that, and they will give you a quote within minutes. And here's the deal. There's no obligation. We're not trying to sell you anything. They compare 25 different companies just to see where you are in the ballgame. You have absolutely nothing to lose. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. This email came in and says, Tom, the EEOC, that's the Equal Employment Opportunities Commission, told my husband that just telling a female coworker that she looks nice today or that he liked the outfit she was wearing is sexual harassment. You can be sued. Now, I find that hard to believe. Wow, you look nice today. Mark, I've
never said that, except probably to my wife.
I've never said that either, but if somebody's dressed up, oh, you're all dressed up, where are you going?
Maybe my mom.
I say that. No, if someone, for example, is dressed up, I'll say, hey, where are you going? You got anything special? What's happening? I'll say something. I mean, you know what I mean, but I don't make it a point to notice if there's something new or different, like, I'm trying to think, like a new pattern or something that's weird. That's really cool. That kind of thing, right?
I just don't notice that stuff. I mean, you shaved completely at one point. I never knew you even shaved. I just don't notice it.
I heard you one time compliment someone and said, hey, man, you're looking really cool today, kind of casual, almost like a rock star. You said that to somebody once.
To who?
Yes, you did.
A man?
No, it was. I remember.
No way.
She was sitting right there.
Who was it?
I remember the words. We'll talk about it. It's not a big deal.
Like a rock star.
You said that exact. You said, yeah. You said, I've never seen you wear clothes like that. They were very informal and casual. I'm not saying it's harassment. It was fun.
It doesn't sound like me.
I know it doesn't. But I've heard people say things like that. Like, hey, man, that's cool. I think people are so paranoid. Can you believe that this guy says the EEOC told him, Mark, that if you compliment somebody, that is... Do you think that's harassment? I don't think so.
I think it could be done as harassment. In other words, you could look at someone and go, wow, you're looking really good today.
I know. The way you say it.
It's all in how you say it.
It is it is scary because you can just lose everything. But I think people know when they're harassing someone. I think these guys know when it's different. Jeremy, what's going on with you? Speaking of coworkers, go ahead. Jeremy, you want to talk about a coworker? Go ahead.
Hi, Tom. Excuse me. I had an incident about a month ago. Went to HR over some political views. It got kind of heated. He ended up saying some, negative things towards me. That's why I went to HR. It's been a month.
Wait. Was this over politics?
Yeah, anywhere from, honestly, it started from like guns to the kneeling in the football.
If it's not, okay, so you guys were having philosophical discussions, for lack of a better term. And without, I don't want to get vulgar, we can't say certain things on the radio, but can you say what he said without getting vulgar?
Well, it's just kind of just degrading, other ethnic groups. And
like not you though, but others or what?
Oh yeah, he goes, you're just a racist. You hate, Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. And that was a month ago.
He said that about you.
Yeah.
Typical liberal.
No. But did he say things that were just mean? Like you guys are working together and talking, right? It's like we talk in the office, and we'll always tease people about being a Hillary supporter and stuff like that, and we have fun about it, and we tease about Trump and about just things like that. Nothing mean. But what did he say that got you? Like what did he say? You're an idiot, or you're this, or you're
pretty much after, because we were going from just like in politics to all this stuff. We hit a sore spot on again, police officers, and that's where it got heated. And that's when he pretty much left the room saying, "I hate you. You're just a racist. You don't care. You hate Black Lives Matter. You hate all this."
Yeah.
And he's screaming this while he was leaving. So
really? And so you felt uncomfortable. So what did you do about it?
I went to HR. I talked to my boss. Went to HR the next morning.
Now did you go to HR because of you thought that the person was out of line, or like what? What reason? I mean, I've had arguments with people. I don't go to HR, but I've never actually.
He raised his hand towards me. The first time,
that's weird. That's weird.
I didn't want to. He was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just real threatening.
In other words, it was over the top. So what did HR do?
You know when you're like, whoa.
What did HR do?
He got suspended the first time around, and then when I came in for the closing investigation, when they came in and sat me down, they're like, "This is done. He's got suspended. He'll come back. You guys don't have to talk."
Oh, so they took action. So now what? What's the problem now?
It's been a month.
Yes.
And he kind of started it again.
How?
I've been trying to keep away from him, and he came at me.
How did he start?
He made some vulgar comments about lawyers trying to get rid of, certain ethnicities at my job. And I was like, "You're not supposed to be talking to me unless it's about work. Will you please stop?" He kept saying some things, so I went to my boss because
that's what you should do.
Said,
then what?
So from there, I went back.
Mark,
to
why are you smirking, Mark? It seems two guys arguing over politics turns into this. It's just crap. Just tell them to shut up and don't talk to you.
He did. Why don't you just ignore him, Jeremy?
I tried.
Well, come on. I can't believe that if you just ignore him, he wouldn't just stop.
We work in a.
Let's get him on.
Cubicle office.
Yeah, but if you don't react and don't talk to him at all, what will happen?
Well, I'm trying not to.
Why don't you record him? You can record him with your phone. Record him.
Oh, I'm not going to at work. I'm afraid that the company might shun upon that. I'm trying to keep all I'm trying to do is not lose my job over all this.
So you record it. But why would you lose your job if he's doing it to you?
I honestly don't know. I don't feel comfortable, and it's just kind of like the way the politics and the things are going.
Well, is this guy a favorite? Are you on the outside there?
I wouldn't say outside or anything. I do a good job, I feel. And I don't know what to,
Jeremy, I don't know what to tell you. If you're asking for advice, what I would do is I would record him, or I would say, he is still bothering me, except at some point you become a pain in the ass, I think, to them. Unless the guy is,
I'm afraid of.
Unless the guy is really over the top. What do you do about it? What would you do, Brian? What would you do? What would you do, Clint? What would you do, Deputy Dan? Come on, man. What would you do, Susan? Somebody works with you and they're always talking smack. What would you do? He doesn't talk about you, though, right?
No, like I said, I just try and
give me an idea of what he started talking about that bothered you. You're working and he says, hey, have you heard blah, blah. What did he say? Give me an example.
He said, he goes, have you heard about the lawyer that's trying to get rid of all the white people at work? And I said, why are you starting this again? We're not supposed to be talking. You know, and then he just kind of kept doing little microaggressions, getting a little more, you know, trying to get under my skin.
What would you do, Deputy Dan?
I'd make jokes of it.
Or I would ignore him.
Well, like I say, just make a joke out of it.
Yeah, like damn attorneys, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Talk to the hand. Or go along with them.
Yeah, talk to the hand.
Say you're right.
I would just ignore it and say, look, man, you know, I don't want to discuss that.
I'd say, look here, snowflake.
I'm trying to cover my P's and Q's. I just don't want to, like I said, I like my job. I don't want anything to happen. I just don't want anything to go farther because it's like you said, this is silly. We're all adults here, and we're doing
Jeremy,
things like this.
I would record a few, but I think if he's just making comments,
I think this guy's whiny.
Jeremy, you might be overly sensitive. You might just want to forget it.
Is this the hill you want to die on?
Yeah. Do you want to make it an argument? Do you want to pick this battle?
That's why I'm calling you guys. You guys
I would say, Jeremy, no, that's good. I think, Jeremy, what you should do is record a few of them if they get belligerent or loud. If it's a normal conversation, I would really just do my job and totally ignore them. You would be surprised how people go away when they're totally ignored. They hate being ignored. That is one thing people hate doing, is being ignored. Rocky's Autos at 63rd and Federal, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. And they have weather-appropriate cars. They even have some convertibles if you want them. If you don't want to be so appropriate, it doesn't matter. Christmas is coming up. Treat yourself to a car. Here's what I love about Rocky's. Selection in both product, all kinds of cars, vans, SUVs, and two-seaters and coupes. And I'm telling you, that's what it is, selection. But then there's selection with lenders. Oh, this lender, he loves people who are just starting out. This lender will take some credit that's a little challenger. This lender, if you have great credit, you can get this rate. This lender wants hardly anything down, no money down here, whatever. You can pick different lenders, and they give great value for trades because they sell most of them right there. Family-friendly, kid-friendly. Go to Rocky's Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. And they are gearing up for the holidays with special deals at 63rd and Federal. 303-426-4646.
iHeartRadio is your Christmas music.
And you have to realize, like this guy, most of the stuff that he first runs sounds like this guy likes to find his hot dogs.
He's supposed to ask you because he's going to HR tomorrow. So he should say,
I wonder if I should buy AT&T. What do you think?
AT&T?
You said you talked to Clint about this.
When?
Pretty nice.
Where'd you buy that?
Didn't
they just buy DirecTV?
So Mark, one day, Stephanie had on a vest and
I knew it was Stephanie.
She had a vest and jeans, and she had some glasses on.
Yeah.
And she looked weird because she usually.
I remember that.
And you say, hey man, you look really cool today. It's different. I haven't seen you dressed like this. I thought it was totally appropriate. And you said kind of like a rock, something about rock and roll. And I did think it was cool. She had her boots on. You remember that outfit? She had that vest.
I think there's something different whenever you're in the room too. You know, you're saying it in front of Tom.
Yeah, that's true too.
If it's just he and Stephanie, it might be a little.
The husband's in the room.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it was inappropriate.
No, I know you're not.
But Clint complimented my shoes in the elevator this morning, and I didn't think much of it.
I live in a hen house. I got 4 daughters, 13 granddaughters.
You know what?
3 great-granddaughters.
I noticed you.
My God.
But I probably have commented if you wore something cool. I say, hey, that's cool.
The only thing I remember you saying is, I wore a dress one day, and I never wear a dress. And you said, oh, you've got a summer dress on today.
Yeah, and I document everything. You know, I think.
And the other thing I mentioned, but I do that with guys. Like, where'd you get that shirt, or what are you doing? But with Mark, I don't have to ask.
Or Mark, I can't stand that sweatshirt. You know,
but I'm telling you, I tried to go back, and I know everyone's doing this thinking.
last Tuesday.
What is it like? Because I've joked many a times with people in general.
Just
what is sexual harassment?
Yeah. I think it's like what you guys are saying. It is based off of how it's
I was going to buy 1,000.
I mean, if you say, I've said to
I've got to own more than you.
It's not me.
Let's say it's a totally
Well,
different parent, like, hey,
you tell your mother, I now own more than she does.
Call the EEOC, goddammit. Call the EEOC. Call them.
They have a good dividend, don't they?
Yeah.
Suzanne, let's call the EEOC.
I'll call him.
Let's see.
That's why we got it. We got that.
I want to ask them a couple.
All right, I've now got unbuilt back. T-Mobile, or no, AT&T. I bought a shitload of Bank of America, and then my Ford is, I don't know what's going on with Ford today, but it's up a shitload. It hasn't broken that 1220 for a long time.
I have 2 different years.
Or, you know what I mean.
Right? No, I'm so
HIPPA and HIPAA.
I gotta look at my bases. I know I bought
Ran across that this morning, trying to find out which one it was. So
I know it's in the 11th, so I'm gonna look.
One of them
Past 60 days.
more than one hit.
You know that whole thing?
I just, every time I pull this up, I lost my ass on that stupid Foot Locker. Who buys shoes at the mall?
One of them's this.
Where'd you buy your last pair of shoes?
Accountability Act. Is that the same HIPAA?
Was it at Foot Locker?
No.
Okay.
I heard your story about losing some money on that.
Oh my God! Who goes to Foot Locker?
My
It's still
son
going up.
would. My son would though. He's 15. He'd be in the mall and he'd want to go try them on. He wouldn't even think about saying, "Hey, I need to save money going to Amazon." He'd buy them there.
There are certain things that they can only buy at Foot Locker.
Someone emailed me and said the new Air Jordans you can only buy at Foot Locker.
Well, and they have that immediate gratification thing. They want it right then. They want to walk out with it. They don't want to wait even 2 days.
Boo!
Yeah. Kind of pulling for these brick and mortar places.
Really,
One of them just survive.
They got it. You're right. Some have to survive.
Well, they'll survive because Amazon will use them as a delivery point.
Maybe that's all they'll do.
Or there's some kind of personal service they can deliver.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my portfolio's built back up. I was liquid for a while. I didn't think tax cuts were going through. Now I'm. If I just put money on it, 80% they're going through.
It's amazing with all the news about North Korea that the markets actually went up again.
I think they know
tax cuts.
he's a blowhard. Huh? They know that's
He's a dangerous blow.
He is. You got to at least. You would think it would bring some uncertainty.
Talk about poking the bear, man. Of all the presidents we've ever had, he's the craziest one to poke. Here's what I'm afraid of. They launch one of these, and it accidentally falls down in Japan. Doesn't hit the water. It hits Japan.
I thought of that, that you're sending something that long, far away, deadly.
And you're trying to get down
What
on
if
it.
what is a cruise ship out there? I mean,
Anything.
you never know. You're just going to the Sea of Japan.
Well, remember that Russia deal? It wasn't Russia, but who shot down the airliner over Syria?
Libya.
Libya. No,
the airline Syria. Oh, that was long ago.
I mean, that was just an airline.
Yeah.
They thought it was a whatever.
You never used to miss that shot.
Oh, no. I've never seen him make this shot.
Oh no, years ago,
You know what?
he made
Years
it
ago, I
every
used
time.
to be like, ah!
He couldn't even make it straight out.
Century RV has a 30,000 square foot showroom in Lakewood right now. Oh, Century RV. You know, Century RV has been up north on I-25 and that 119 turnoff to Longmont along Frontage Road. You can see new and used stuff there. I didn't realize this. Mark told me they have the largest used inventory for RVs in the state. Well, yeah, in the state for sure. Because Mark's thinking about it. I know because he was asking me all about that. I told him it was on just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims. It's next to Woodley's. You'll find it. North of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's. I'll give you that website. It's centuryrv.com, and they're open 8 to 6 Monday through Saturday. They're starting some new campers at just $99.95 for real, new camping trailers, and then they have some Class A's, Class B's, Class C's, fifth wheels. You just got to go and see it. It's really great, and some new stuff. $50,000 discounts on some of them. 303-453-1111. So, RV insurance. Is it expensive? Do they take into the consideration it's an RV and you don't drive it every day?
Yep, they do.
Okay. Is there a mile turnoff for cars too? What if I have a car I hardly ever drive? Can I get a low mileage insurance policy?
Yeah, most companies will give a discount for anything driven under 5,000 miles a year is what it is.
Now, but they don't keep track, really, do they?
They might do a phone call audit the next year and say, what are your miles on your car? And if it's, if it's higher than that, then they can remove that discount. But not all companies even differentiate a rate on that.
Because I would think, what if you have a Ferrari and you never drive it, and it sits there?
Yep.
Do you pay for every single day?
You can suspend coverage on cars that you don't drive for 30 days or longer at a period of time. So let's say you have something that you don't ever even drive in the winter.
Right.
You just suspend coverage, and all you keep on it is comprehensive. So if there's a house fire
it
or
doesn't
something,
show
it's
as lapse coverage?
No, well, because the rest of you still have continuous insurance on your other cars.
Very cool.
So you can do that.
All right. Rick, what's going on in your life? Rick, welcome to the Tom Martino Show.
Hey, Tom, thanks for taking my call.
What's happening?
I just want to give kudos. Thanks to Suzanne, who recommended Joe Phillips from AAA Emergency Tree Service.
Oh, AAA Emergency. They're great people. What did they do for you?
Well, we've had this tree stump there for a couple of years now. We've been trying to get it out of there. And he came out, evaluated the situation, gave us a great price, and spent, kept up with us because he was supposed to be there at 1:30. He called us, said wouldn't be there for a couple hours. He had another job up north, but came out, grinded it out, cleaned up after his mess, and he was really a nice guy. I know he likes black coffee, so. But I told him how we found. He asked how we found him. I said through Tom, through Suzanne.
Good.
And I want to thank you guys. I'd recommend them to anybody.
Good. And please remember this, Rick. Referrallist.com is for real. Use it, and from now on, I think you will love it. I mean, I know you'll love it. We just have a great bunch of people, and we know them all. We know them. We talk to them. We police them. We continually monitor them, and they're a cut above. Jennifer, welcome. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Let's talk about your problem.
With Ray. Okay, so
yes.
I have a condo unit up in Silverthorne. And back at the end of May, early June, there was a leak from the unit above mine that caused a tremendous amount of damage to my unit.
Oh, my
goodness. There was a lot of debate about what the cause of the leak was, who was responsible for the leak, that type of thing. And I initially filed an insurance complaint with my insurance. But
now, stop right there. Let's just talk about this. Condo coverage, one of the most misunderstood coverages. In general, condo and townhome coverage, what does it cover? Let's say condos.
Yeah, condos. It covers the interior of your unit and liability.
From the drywall in.
Yep.
And liability.
Right. Yep.
It's that easy.
Yep, that's really what it's... And your personal property, which is inside the walls, obviously, but it covers the actual dwelling inside.
And then you can get extra coverage for assessments in case there's a roof damage, and let's say the condo development has to pay a $100,000 deductible, and they meet that out to several people, to the people in the building, and it comes out to be $5,000 on your part. Right. You could get some coverage. You
can, and even on that one, just not to divert off of that, but you just need to be careful because a lot of times some of these policies now have a limitation if it comes from a HOA deductible. So you might have $5,000 on your declaration page, but if you read the policy, it only covers $1,000 if it's from an HOA deductible. So you have to be careful.
Why do they limit HOA deductibles?
Because it's become so prevalent. It's horrible, I think, because people would never even know that unless they read the detail.
If the parking lot is being paved, they won't pay for that because that's not considered a casualty loss.
That's right. It's got to be something that would be covered, a covered peril.
Okay, a peril, not just a general assessment.
And let's say the place got repainted and they assess everybody. That's not going to be covered because that's a maintenance issue.
Oh, really?
It's got to be because of a covered peril.
Okay. So, Jennifer, then, when you put in your insurance, you would obviously put that in for any damages that you would have inside your condo, and then they would go after the one at fault if they wanted to subrogate. What happened?
Well, so what happened was before my insurance claim was completed, they decided that the claim was going to be covered by the HOA insurance because it came from between the walls of the two units, the people above me and myself. So the people above me had their insurance, I had my insurance.
Okay, so where's the problem now?
Okay, so what happened was the HOA has a property manager that takes care of all of this. The property manager hired contractors to come into my unit to do all the drying out, the repair, that type of thing.
Right.
So when I went to my unit, there was the care that had been given to my unit was so poor, and the quality of the workmanship was so poor that it was almost comical.
You mean the HOA's guy?
So, right, the HOA, well, the property manager who is under the HOA.
It is. It's the HOA's guy did a bad job.
Right. He did a horrible job, and they actually caused a significant amount of additional damage that wasn't from the original leak.
Okay, hold on a sec. One thing at a time. What did he go in there for originally? What did he go in there for?
So
just tell me the things. He went in there for what? To fix what?
Okay, so glycol had come through the wall and flooded my bedroom.
Glycol?
So the wall had, glycol is ethylene glycol from like an antifreeze kind of thing that was in the heating system.
Oh, okay, so it came into your place. What did he do? Clean it up?
Yeah, so they had to dry it out initially.
I get it. So why didn't you hire someone? You had insurance coverage to hire someone. Why didn't you do that?
Because although I had made an insurance claim, when the HOA said that they were responsible for it, my insurance said, okay, this claim is closed, and they had nothing to do with it.
Okay, so you were, okay, hold on then. I need you to do me a favor, though, Jennifer. I need to find out what you want, exactly what you want. What did the guy do? Okay, that's what I want to know. What did he do? And then Tom has a comment. I want to take the comment on Compass Insurance, then we'll come back for your second comment on sexual harassment. What do you have to say about Compass Insurance, Tom?
Hey, Tom, I changed to them listening based on your recommendation.
Thank you.
Probably 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was with Farmers probably since early 80s. Based on my dad's recommendation, he loved them. He's same agent. You know.
And what happened?
Well, I had 3 cars insured and a house, and they saved me almost, not quite, but almost $1,300 a year.
That's great. Thank you so much. Now, hang on, Tom. I'll come back to you for that other comment. We'll come back to Jennifer. Anyone who has a problem, question, can play 303-713-TALK.
This report is brought to you by Glen Lyle Chevrolet. Big delays on the west side.
Did we put that up, or what did we do?
Mark, I'm taking care of it. Are you talking about me? I didn't do it. I forgot.
Look at the email I just sent you from him. I literally got it like a minute ago. I didn't know we told him that.
I don't remember telling him anything about that.
Exactly.
About, I mean,
all I knew is he was going to come on Car Friday.
Yeah, and for what he paid, he got more than I ever thought, and also,
well, you got a video, I mean, production of that. I know, that's what I'm saying.
Traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30. K. Howe.
I mean, if it was Dan in it, he's still underpaid. Or no, maybe.
Right now, we made a special purchase and we'll wholesale to the public. 4x4 starting at just $59.95. So come visit us. Lynn Lyle Chevrolet, I-225 in Halifax, or on the web at lynnlylechevy.com.
2 things happen when you get a DUI: a criminal charge and a civil proceeding against your license.
Public radio. Who's this guy? Garrison Keoler, former host of Prairie Home Companion.
Okay, so what about it?
He just got fired like in the last hour.
No, not for sexual.
For sexual improper behavior.
Oh my God!
Have you heard of the guy?
Yes, of course. Mark,
only 2% down and no mortgage insurance. Take 8.
I have no idea.
I
I don't mind handling that. You don't have to handle that either.
Mark. I don't know where this guy. Oh, you have it there. Okay. I have been unable to go on the weekend for
Is he on TV?
Oh, wait, is it on the referral list, Mark? It's not on the referral list? I don't think. We said he would put them up for 1 month.
I don't mind putting it up. He's saying it's not up. I'll put it. I'll even.
I remember.
I'll even pin it to the front page.
No,
but I just got to have the video.
The referral list, Mark. The referral list.
Yeah, he is.
It's not on there.
It's not just our motto, it's who we are.
No, I think he's talking about Facebook. I think it's on the referral
I have not been able to find it on QuickView on your referral list.
Oh, let me see.
Cooling temperatures means your home may be exposed to rising radon levels.
Let me see. Did you put what is it called? Cam's View? Quick View. Quick View camera. Just look for Quick View. He should be up there. Where is the video though, so I can have her get it up? If it's not up, I'm asking Daff right now.
I know the video's not up, Mark. I know it's not. I did not put the video up.
Got it.
But I never told him I would put the video up, ever.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that part. Okay. Where is it? Let's just get it up, then I'll respond to him.
But I never said I was going to put up a video.
Maybe it's a pair of shoes.
Where do you have it? YouTube?
I'm doing it right now. I've had it somewhere that, I don't know. No, it's not anywhere. It's on my computer, and I have to find it. It's such a piece of crap.
Just all I want you to do is post it to YouTube.
That's all I'm going to do. No, I'm posting it to Facebook.
Post it to Facebook or YouTube. I mean, ultimately it's got to be in both places, but I need it on YouTube to grab the embedded code.
Call today and install an ADT starter kit that includes security panel, keypad, key fob, entry and motion sensors, and for a limited time, get a camera included and installed at no additional cost. That's a
Okay, it's going up, and I'll put it on YouTube too, okay? Or not? No, I'm not going to put it on YouTube.
I think I can. I got to see if I can get an embedded code from Facebook. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, why? Where do you want to put it?
On referral list.
Oh, the video on referral list.
Yeah, I'll put it on his list.
Then I'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah, then I'll grab that.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
Good quality of life, unaffordable for most people. Climate change is a ruse, it is a cult, and it is basically a hoax. Is that enough for you?
Ross Kaminsky, tomorrow morning at 5 on
Bitcoin hits 11,000.
The one guy said it's going to hit $1 million by 2030.
Okay. I don't think it's going to go up to 20 grand.
I think it will, then it'll go down and go back up. I think cryptocurrency is going to be the wave of the future,
There's
man.
like 15, 20 of them.
Really, what it is, it's
America
world
will be in
currency.
trouble.
It's world currency.
But it's totally private.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I asked, what is sexual harassment? What the hell is it? What is it? I mean, I know it's a terrible thing, and I know what blatant sexual harassment is, but I don't know what the intricacies are, what is it when it comes to verbal and interactions, and it's something that I think a lot of people are confused about. Some woman told me, she wrote to me and said, the EEOC says if you simply compliment someone for looking good, it's sexual harassment. Just complimenting someone. And then Mark said, of course, it would have to do with how you say it. I mean, that could be very lewd, the way you say something. Now, Jennifer is calling about her condo. I do have comments on sexual harassment I want to take in a second here. But Jennifer, she's in a condo, and her insurance, she called her insurance but didn't put in a claim because the HOA took responsibility and said it's our fault. They had a guy go in her condo to attempt some cleanup and repair, and she said he did more damage than good. So what I need to know, Jennifer, is what damage did they do? Not what you had. What did the repairman or the handyman do?
So there was a bleach stain on the carpet that hadn't been there previously. The heating unit got ripped off the wall. There was a hole.
How did he rip off your heating unit? So what you have a furnace, right?
No. It's a little space thing that's at another.
But it was installed on the wall, and he ripped it off.
Yeah.
Does he realize he did that?
I don't think they cared. I have a whole video of.
Oh, good. I'd like to see it.
Well, it's on YouTube.
Good. I want you to give us a link when we're off the air, and I want to look at it and see what it's all about. So what do they say they're going to do about it?
So, okay, so the HOA hired has the property manager who hired the contractor.
Right,
the work was done poorly, and there was additional damage. So I complained, and I told the HOA at the annual meeting. They understand. They all agreed that on the board, they said that the work was done poorly and that it needed to be taken care of. So we went back to the property manager. What I need is somebody who's going to have some accountability, because the property manager said, oh, okay, well, we'll take care of it. They had the contractor come back. And basically they glued this thing onto the wall so that, I mean, the wall needs to be patched, it needs to be repainted. That wasn't done. So I complained again. They had the contractor come back again. He did a walk through my unit with me and agreed, oh, yes, this was done really horribly, blah, blah, blah. And then I went back again.
Did they send the same guy back? Did they send the same guy back? Okay. Where does it stand today? Let's just move on rather than this journey through misery. Where does it stand today?
So the contractor said, we'll do anything, we'll do what it takes to make it right.
Okay.
And then,
well, that's a good attitude. Even though they didn't do it, it's a good attitude.
Right. Out of the 11 things, they fixed one, and I went back and one thing had been fixed, and the property manager had signed off on it and said, yeah, everything looks great, except that I still have a problem with...
All right, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
I need someone to help me in this. I know the HOA is responsible, but I feel like nobody's in my corner. No one's my advocate.
Well, we'll be your advocate. Jennifer, we'll be your advocate, but if they took responsibility, I guess we don't have to worry about proving anything. So what we need to do is look at your video, okay, and we'll call the place and say, you know, this woman needs help, and if you're responsible, you need to help her. Here's the problem. The problem is, when you fight the HOA, you're fighting with part of your own money. Suzanne, could you do that? Get the video, the link to the video.
Tom.
I want to look at that and have it up for the next hour. And then I want to put Deputy Clint on this because he's a property manager. He owns a lot of stuff. Lori, would you be able to hold a few minutes because I would love a female perspective on sexual harassment? Lori?
Yes, hello.
Would you be able to hold through the break? I really want a female perspective on this, and we're running out of time. Thank you, Lori. Okay, thank you. And Tom, I want to come back to you, and we have a lot more to talk about. I'm Tom Martin.
Put Clint on this. He's good in property managers.
Ideal Home Loans, because Ideal wants to make sure if they do a refinance for you, they put you in a better position than Ideal is the only lender that offers these things, credit optimization, which means they will work with
the camera up there is connecting back and forth. It's just like
which one?
The
hardwired one's doing it?
Yeah.
Reboot the camera.
I did the stream.
No, not the stream. I mean reboot the camera.
I did twice.
Oh, you did. In the wire, you think's good? I mean, it's hard.
So it comes on and works every once in a while, then it'll freeze.
I wonder if I got another one downstairs. Why don't we swap that one out tomorrow? Or maybe after the show today if they're not in here. They're in here, does that mean?
No, Tuesday.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Another high-profile firing on Lisa Brady. Fox News. Garrison Keeler, the former longtime host of A Prairie Home Companion, has been fired.
God, I never heard of the Prairie Home Companion.
Oh, yeah. He's really famous. Jesus Christ.
What is it? What kind of show was it?
Sick. Stupid.
Just talk. I heard he was the longest running host of the same show. Let's hear it.
He's a very low, talks very low profile. Sounds like just like your grandfather.
Many others have. Fox's Carly Shimkus is more on. The news sparking a tidal wave of reaction.
But you're doing a little more than what your grandfather was doing.
Matt Lauer was just fired from NBC for inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. But when will the top executives at NBC and Comcast be fired for putting out so much fake news?
I love him. Who cares about this ass grabbing? How about all that fake news?
Corey Feldman, who says he was sexually abused as a child actor, tweeted conduct might explain his, quote, hostile interview on the Today Show. Lisa?
Thanks, Carly.
The U.S. Supreme Court hears a robbery case that's turned into a legal fight over privacy rights in the digital
But that
age.
Pete Lauer and stuff I heard there, they said there looked like there was a pattern. So,
What do you mean?
like one
More
woman
than
had
one
got-
woman?
Yeah, yeah.
One question asked during more than an hour of argument.
They didn't say that there was extra.
Well, the interesting part is it's a current thing. In other words, it's a current employee.
Yeah,
And it's not like someone coming 20 years later and saying, hey.
We hope at least there's some proof. They don't take a.
Oh, I guarantee they wouldn't fire Matt Lauer for unless they had to. I guarantee it, man. He is a money maker over there. He brings in the ratings.
Her husband,
Oh,
Ray,
oh yeah.
has a
Lauer.
$20 million.
insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies.
I wonder why that's
and found Ray, who was
30 years in the oil field, I can't think of any that I would say there's sexual harassment.
Well, who the fuck's out in the oil field? And what women are out on the rigs?
There's some women, but very few.
Okay.
Very few. And then in the office, too.
Oh, that's true. The office secretaries, that whole thing. Yeah. I would think, actually, my dad was in the oil business forever. Those good old boys, it was just acceptable. The women almost kind of liked it. I mean,
Well, I suppose
it was just normal things.
But you know, now whistling, you remember all the cartoons and stuff, they'd be whistling. Right. Now that's sexual harassment.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What is?
Whistling.
Oh yeah.
Did you know this, though?
Remember, cartoons used to always do it. The wolf used to always do it.
Woo!
Yeah, right, exactly.
How about this one, though? Listen to this carefully. Is backwards.
I believe that.
Isn't that a trip? Because people go, come over here.
Oh, I see.
Or one's the other backwards. There's something you needed to know.
I did need to know that.
I expect you to spread the word.
But I think it's just like everything, and there's so much of this. If you get a fake one, or going to disprove, everybody's going to say, yeah, see?
303-867-7000, 867-7000, idealhomeplugs.com. Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136-756. For terms and conditions, call 844.
Call 844-7214. That's 844-7214.
But your water
Camera comes up.
That guy gets everything. You can make your life miserable.
See, I wonder, do you think, what's your gut telling you? It's the camera or it's the connection?
I've never had it do like this. It freezes, come on, freezes, come on.
Okay, we got this video. What do you want to do with it?
No.
Where is it, on YouTube?
There's a stain in the tub.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. You know it's going to be great. I like when she said he ripped the heater off the wall, and of course, everybody's thinking furnace. Well, no, it was a little...
Well, I don't know what she means. I really don't.
I think she took a little space heater and put it on the wall, which could cause a fire, but I don't...
Oh, the heater, it's a baseboard heater. She said it was ripped off the wall.
Well, she said, I thought there was glycol in there.
It's a baseboard
But
heater.
it's baseboard.
Look.
Oh, that?
Yeah, I can see where that is. You know, that needs to be caulked and stuff.
Okay.
But we're talking about. And what's that she showed me on the floor? What is
Is
that?
it the grout line?
Why?
Oh, then it's...
Is she talking? Wait. Oh, she's talking. Okay. All right. Okay.
I can hear.
God forbid she was married to me. Oh, the grout is cracked. Oh my God! Look at that. Oh, come on, lady. Oh.
What were they?
I was wanting to support her, but that's pretty...
That grout, come on.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Now I got to watch it.
Oh, you got it.
Just because of his whining. Look at that.
Are those chips in the
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. I'm here to help you with your problems, questions, and complaints. Honest to God, I love helping people. I look for ways to help people. Oh, I do. Today, we have our insurance checkup going on. I haven't given that number out enough because we have so many wonderful people standing by. You know how we do that insurance checkup? And you know why? It's called the creep up syndrome. Creep up, meaning you have insurance. No matter what, the premiums will creep up. They will, and sometimes coverage goes down, but your premiums will creep up. If you have insurance for 10 years or more, oh my God, you're getting ripped royally. If you've even had it for 3 years, you should do a checkup. Everyone should do insurance checkups. You have nothing to lose. We have Compass Insurance Group. We team up with them to do this, and we have saved people so much money. All you have to do is call 303. It's not the radio show. You can call directly. Just tell them, hey, I'm paying $3,000 for my house. I'm paying $1,000 for a car. Blah, blah, blah. They'll say, hey, let me put it out there. They put it out to 25 companies and get you all kinds of quotes. Listen, this is not a giant money maker for them. They're doing this as a public service. They're really, if you knew what insurance people make on property and casualty insurance, it's pennies. Truly, honest to God, it's pennies on the dollar. And if you look at what they do for you, I think in general, health insurance and regular insurance agents are the best value we get for the dollar. So, having said that, call 303-771-HELP. And just tell them, and they'll look at your coverage. Why would you ever stay with a company just because? I had a guy one time, 25 years with State Farm. Oh, I'm going to stay. Or Farmers. I'm going to stay. My dad was with him. I'm going to be with him. I know Johnny down the street, and he's been selling this for years. Yeah, he was paying literally double of what he should be paying for premium. And he's, well, I don't. Oh, okay, well, I'll get around to it. He never did. Double. He was paying $6,000, should have been paying $3,000. So there are so many cases like this. 303-771-HELP, and that we're doing that with Compass Insurance. And then we're going to give you some examples. So Lori has a sexual harassment comment. I asked people, what is sexual harassment? Now, we were talking about Matt Lauer being fired. We just heard that, what was the guy's name? The guy from Public or Radio.
I don't remember. I never heard of him.
I've never heard of him before.
But he's a really famous guy. I'm sorry, I don't off the top of my head. Was it Garrison? Garrison.
Like
and anyway, he was fired. So many people are coming out with complaints against people they work with. Lori, in your opinion, what is sexual harassment?
To me, it's pretty blatant. I mean, it's from one end of the scale to the other end of the scale. It all depends on how you feel that person's made you feel.
Huh.
If they've made you feel uncomfortable for some reason, shape, way, or form, and they've been approached about it, and they don't stop, you've got a serious problem.
Do you think they get one chance at it? For example, if they say, yo, babe, you're really looking good today in those jeans, do you think they get the...
It's like this, though. I mean, I had an ex-boyfriend. When I first started dating him, he gave me this look, and I was like, are you mad at me? And he goes, no, that's my sexy look. Well, excuse me? You look like you're damn mad at me. It's kind of the same approach,
yeah.
It's like, I was a supervisor at the OTC, and, I had an athlete come to me and say, every time I come in here, that guy looks at me, and he yawns. She felt that was inappropriate. And the guy, he didn't mean nothing by it. He wasn't looking at nobody. He wasn't doing nothing.
You're saying just because...
I like how when he looks at her, he yawns.
Okay, what's Tom's... And we have video we're reviewing right now on this condo-ish situation.
Hey, I put it up on Facebook.
But don't say anything yet. We're going to review that. We have some opinions on it. Tom, you have a comment on sexual harassment.
Yeah, no, Tom, what I've always teach my employees that work for me was that if you don't say that or do that to your grandmother, you don't do it at work. Because the same thing, like your last caller just said, it's kind of subjective to each individual person.
That's not a bad barometer.
Yeah,
because you could say, hey, oh, you look pretty today, or you look nice, or I don't even know if you should tell anyone anything like that anymore.
Yeah.
But you would say that to your grandmother. Maybe that is.
Maybe. maybe, but it wouldn't go any further than that, you know. And if that was just kind of my golden rule with my team was, you don't say that to your grandmother or do that with or to your grandmother, then it doesn't happen at work.
The more I think about it, Tom, maybe compliments are out of place, really. I mean, so what if someone looks good? You don't have to tell them. I mean, hey, you know, oh, you look nice today. Does that mean I don't look nice other days? And what does it mean? Are you looking at me? Did you notice what? Or, you know, maybe there isn't a place for that. Because I was asking, what would be wrong with that? Hey, you look nice today. Or those are, now, the most I've ever done is things like this. Hey, those are cool shoes if they're different, you know. Or if you wore a pair of boots and I've never seen you in boots before, I say, oh man, those are cool cowboy boots. I say stuff like that. But I'm thinking when you talk about the person, like, you look good today, or wow, you're dressed up, where are you going? Maybe that isn't appropriate. Maybe we should just shut up altogether. Maybe not say anything. It's getting to a point where it's better to be, you know, err on the side of safety, right? 303-713-TALK. Now, I'm looking at this video. I want to help her. She does have some issues here. But certainly, I'm just looking at them, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. So I want to talk to her. Jennifer, obviously the video is video, but I'm going to tell you, the grout stuff that you talked about being cracked and missing, there's tiny little... My God, grout does that over time. I mean, I don't think that... How could that handyman put the hairline crack in your grout? Jennifer?
Are you asking?
Yeah, how? I don't think that guy in one visit could have put a hairline crack in your... Is your grout... Your grout's not even coming out. There is literally a hairline crack, and I swear to you, this is so normal that but, you know, grouting is... I don't know. I mean, it's not like you have chunks of grout missing. How do you think he put that crack in the grout?
The crack...
Did he replace the tile? Did he replace tile?
No.
What did he do to the floors? Did he clean the floors?
I have no idea.
Well,
but it wasn't like that before. And now the thing is, now that there are cracks in the grout, when you walk on it, it does crumble and it is coming up. It's only a year old.
Tom, I think the water got under that because it came from that thing. It got under there, and that subfloor has swollen.
Well, it might have, but you know, that's the job. The handyman didn't do that. I mean, no, he didn't cause that.
I'm not saying that.
Oh,
they caused.
You're saying it's part of the whole. It's part of all the damage. Part of all the damage. Now that heater on the wall, you're talking about a baseboard heater, and that baseboard heater was removed from the wall or came off the wall, and they did. That is a terrible job putting that baseboard heater back. Obviously, they messed up the paint, and it's not caulked around it. It looks terrible. Where that heater. They should take it out. They should repair the paint. If they did that, they should do that. Yes, they should put it back. Are you saying how did he remove that baseboard
I don't know.
It's not electric, right? It's hot water. Is that hot water?
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't take the pipe off. Otherwise, it would have burst all over. I think what he did was bent it.
Well, no, it was separate from the wall. I mean, I don't know if something got...
So the pipe was actually disconnected from the baseboard heater. He actually disconnected it.
I don't know.
He'd have to drain down the whole heating system. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that my unit had damage that was assessed and taken care of by the contractor who was hired by the property manager.
I understand.
Either like the tile stuff, okay, so if they didn't cause it, they also didn't assess it and fix it.
Right.
Being caused by the original damage.
No, I understand that. I understand that. The grout, I'm not sure if the grout was caused by it. I don't know where the flood was, or was it on that floor there?
The flood was.
Oh, okay.
The heater and the grout are both exactly where the flood was.
Okay, then that's why you have that the paint like that, because it got wet.
Right.
Okay. And the carpet, is that carpet staining? Is that's unacceptable? Is that a result of the guy walking through your place?
I have no idea. No one will take accountability. They're all like, well, we didn't use orange paint, but it's not orange paint. It's where it was bleached. That carpet is a year old, and we don't even go to our unit you know, that frequently. So it's
is this a rental?
10, 12 days.
Is this
no?
It's your home. Okay.
It's a second home.
Okay, I got you. So I see the carpet. And I see where they tried to probably re-stretch it or something. There's some carpet fibers. But we're not talking about a major deal here. What are you showing me on the paint? Is it where it bubbled from the moisture? You're showing me a wall.
But didn't she say they were going to take care of this stuff?
Yes, but
they didn't.
But they didn't. Okay, look at this video.
So what's happened then is they came in and like the hole behind the bed, they patched it, and it looked like they took like a soft ball of putty, put it there, and
you just want it fixed right. Listen, I understand it. I understand. I understand it. You know what? It is that they are minor problems, though, Jennifer. Except for the heater, that really looks terrible, and the carpet looks terrible. It really does.
Maybe just get them fixed and send them a bill.
Now, where the paint is, just quickly, Jennifer, are we putting the video up? Are we going to put it up?
Yeah, it's on our Facebook page.
It's on our Facebook page. If you want to look at
Tom
the video.
Martino referral list.
Tom Martino. So, no, if you go to Facebook, yes. But if you go to Facebook, you can just go facebook.com/referral list, and you'll get to it with one L, referral list. So, what is the corner of the walls you're showing me where it was painted? Did they paint the walls?
Yeah, they had to paint the whole bedroom.
Okay, and you're showing me where they didn't mask perfectly there between the... Okay, so listen, I see what you're saying.
Is they puttied over all of that and painted. So now that corner of the unit no longer even has a corner. It's kind of just where putty's been pasted there, and they've painted over it again, and then they called that a fix. So the quality is so bad.
No, I see the quality. I see the quality. I see the chip in the wall. I see everything. I'm still saying they are minor problems. I know that you're upset, but they are minor problems, Jennifer. They really are. Okay? That's the good news. They're minor. So I will, Clint, just call, I mean, listen, if they caused this, they should fix it. They should fix it right. But I'm wondering, Jennifer, are you the kind, though, will you ever be pleased? That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to assess this because these are minor problems, and when you called, I was expecting to see your place in shambles. So are you the type of person, I'm just asking you straight up, are you the type of person that will actually never be pleased? Are you a nitpicker? Just tell me.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm not.
All right.
I just, you
do know these are minor problems. You're pissed off. I don't blame you. Listen, we'll call them. Okay, we'll call them. That's what I can promise you. I
would honestly call Handyman Matters and have Glenn get out there and basically just fix this stuff and then hand them the bill. I mean, why keep messing with it? It's not going to be that much.
But maybe that's something that Deputy Clint can. Maybe he can work it in, and as part of it, rather than trying to please her, just let someone else do it. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, if you are looking for a solution for a beautiful smile and you're an adult and you think, oh, it's too late, or I don't want to be 5 or 6 years in braces, 5 or 6 years in braces and thousands of dollars, or you can get veneers for $60,000. Yeah, just the front teeth will be about 30. You look it up. It's expensive. But you can get the new orthodontics for pennies on the dollar. I am telling you, this is the most value you can get when it comes to a dental procedure and a beautiful smile. And Dr. Kent Lawson, we can thank for the new orthodontics. With a series of graduated mouthpieces, he gradually expands your palate so your teeth will straighten by themselves without braces, and then you wear Invisalign braces for the finishing touches. This is all done without surgeries or extractions, and it's done in 2 years. That's right. He has proven that the palate does not fuse as an adult, as many people have said. He's proven it. He has thousands of cases. You should see how beautiful his work is, and you can get it done for pennies on the dollar. It's wonderful. Dr. Kent Lawson, the new orthodontics, a beautiful smile. And because he does it naturally and straightens your jaw, it also takes care of TMJ and sleep apnea as well. 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100.
Yeah, we've got to get her one. I'll pick up like a $200 refurb.
Well, yeah.
Hers is literally
they have them for all kinds of beautiful computers, but you know she craps the shit out of them.
No, hers is literally the oldest one.
Okay. Then what? Do we have another computer we can move there? Or they're all right?
Well, no, Suzanne's is good.
Good.
Mine's good.
Good. Good. Let's do it.
And Dan's.
Let's do it.
I think Dan's is. I gotta ask you. I think his is okay. You never
You
complain.
can get computers so inexpensive.
$200.
Really good computers. Really good.
But I gotta get her some. She's in.
And if it doesn't come, we have monitors. We just don't. We just.
All
have
she needs is a box.
That's it.
And I'll pick one up
and
today.
make sure that we don't clutter the shit out of them. And RAM is important too.
Well, hers is. I mean, really, all she does is build listings and stuff. It's just got to be faster. It's too damn slow.
No, I agree totally.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
My dad is doing that
His
big
show?
Christmas program. This is the first time he's done it in a few years, but he's doing it. And I was talking to him, if you were willing, he would give away tickets for the first whatever colors that you would want to do. But it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. But it's the full deal. I mean, they've got an incredible. Yeah, I can give you.
How does this ad look to you? Would you look at this for me?
Me? Yeah.
Here's some information on it,
Can you
Tom.
give me that digitally when you can?
Yeah. Just, what do you want me to do? Text it to you
Well,
or
no, I'll
email
take
it?
that too. Yeah, no, I want you to give it to me on email so I can copy and paste this.
Okay, I'll do that.
Do you ever get on Facebook?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Well, this.
Oh my God!
I'm not a Facebook
See,
guy.
like this is our referral list.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't matter if they're on their own Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
But this would pop up. It comes like right in. It kind of mixes in with their own crap. I mean, what sticks it? Just looking at this, does it look like? Do you even know what a furnace looks like? I mean,
Yeah,
I know you do. But
right.
What does that add? When you first looked at it,
I would have to read to figure out it's a furnace.
that's what I always get afraid of that.
You know what it looks like to me, in all honesty?
Yeah,
It looks like an ice machine. Those big ice machines that you stick your thing in and you get ice. It doesn't, I wouldn't
What's the
recognize
first
it.
words that popped out to you?
Super safe.
And then how about lowest price anywhere on a new furnace?
Less so than the super safe just because it's in color and has a big genie or whatever on top, but the furnace, I had to read to figure out it was a furnace.
Yeah, and that's everybody. No one knows what a furnace looks like.
Yeah.
Because you know what? A furnace looks like a lot of other things, like you just said.
Right. And I see the stuff like here, I almost would need to see someone like looking cold in a room.
We've done that.
You know? Yeah.
We've done one where she's shivering next to
Yeah,
her.
that would make me think at least more that that's what that is.
God, they're so hard. Furnaces are so hard. Everybody's got them, but people have no excitement when they have to buy a furnace. I mean, no excitement.
Unless they don't have one
Right.
working.
Oh, man, I can't wait to go buy a furnace.
Yeah,
right, that's right.
That's when they really like them, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right there.
So that last reboot did on the camera. Good.
Did you reboot the camera?
Right. I did, but I did as a third reboot.
Daphne's had to reboot like 4 times. But her computer, I think, is just shit.
I think that reboot with the server down there and stuff has helped.
All right, I just emailed it to you, Tom.
Well, unless your car breaks down.
Thank you.
Whatever the season brings,
You know, not only
come by Verizon.
that condo and stuff, that's from like 1982. It hasn't been. I mean, it's got the old dark.
We got friends that bought a condo up in Keystone. Nice condo. They gutted it. I didn't know this. These condos, you don't take furniture like when you sell them. The furniture.
Yeah,
comes
you
with
buy
it.
it furnished.
So, but they completely redid it. They put $125,000 into this 1,200 square foot condo. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's beautiful, but I'm like,
where's it?
Keystone. But it's like, it's not right at the bottom of the base.
I will share you on this video, but I'm making it. I'm making it private on our YouTube list. I don't want to have it on the YouTube forever. So only we can see it. So you can go get your code. I just sent it to you, and it's on Facebook as well.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, we got Deputy Clint working on Jennifer's problem. We'll get back in touch with her. Sorry it took so long. A lot of people are upset with their places, and you know what? Even though they are minor, you gotta, if you had your place flooded and they come to fix it, you want to make it right. You want to make it right. One thing she can't do now, though, she can't turn it over to insurance, can she, Brian? Once it's already been repaired by someone else, can she go and put in a claim?
No, they're not going to want to come back and fix someone else's work at this point. But I'm with Mark. I think I would, working with them, say, hey, I don't want to use that same person anymore. Use someone new.
Yeah, that's true. But we're going to negotiate that right now. Gene, I'm so sorry for the wait. Let's get you. Let's try to get you some help. I'm so hoping I can. What's going on, Gene?
Hey, hi Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm sorry for the wait. So what's going on with your oil?
That's okay.
Your oil change.
Well, actually, the oil change and a couple more things I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you want to talk about? Go ahead, Gene.
Okay. We have a roller rink and at Skate City on 64th there in Sheridan.
What about it?
And well, you get a friendly hug.
Yeah.
Some of the girls there, you go,
oh, yeah.
they'll hug you or you hug them.
I know what a friendly hug is, yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, that's just part of that, okay? But as long as you don't touch them inappropriately, but
well, if they offer a hug, when people, I have people that I haven't seen in a while, I'll hug, and sometimes I don't. There are just some people you hug and some people you don't, right?
Yes, yeah. And just give them the fist. And also to Sheridan Auto Body, I want Auto Tech. I'll be getting oil changes there too. Okay.
Yes. Has it worked out for you?
Oh no, it's going to be the first time. But the other problem is it's not a problem. But there's a company by the name of All Around Auto Care.
What about them?
Well, they sell these pull tab books. The 7 oil changes.
You mean so, like a coupon book.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was called in after my oil change there. That was my last tab too. Okay, on the 20th of
your last
November.
Tab, and what happened?
Yes, and I went to pay my $5. They have a $5 fee. They asked me to go into this guy's office, and I guess he's a half owner there, and he says that he cannot sell me any more of the books because I don't buy any extra parts there, like extra services there.
Okay, and so how much were the coupon books?
Well, they're $80.
Okay, and how many do you get for $80?
7.
Okay, so what they're saying is they want those cheap $11.42 oil changes. They want them for customers that really will buy stuff, and it's like a lost leader, right, Mark? They like people to come in, even though it's only $11 for an oil change. They're hoping that they can find some other stuff to do.
Well, of course.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's kind of old school advertising, but that's exactly what it is.
But they've pegged you as someone who's never going to bite. They probably
but I don't think they can refuse them to take the deal.
I'm not talking about the right or wrong or the legal or illegal. First of all, I don't think it's illegal at all. I think they can do it.
Here's the kicker, though.
But here's what I want to ask. How many coupon books have you used in the past, sir?
That's my second one.
Okay. And see, they have
about 2 years.
Yeah, they have a track history on you. They're thinking you're a lost leader, and you're really a lost leader because you don't buy.
Yeah, but I don't care what your lost leader is.
I think it
sucks. Even when Al does a pro auto lost leader on his pro pack, he's going to get people like this too. It's just part of doing business.
It is part of doing business, but if he's bought two coupon books, they can refuse to sell him a third. They can say, I don't want to.
Tom, if I can say it.
Go.
He told me exactly he says because he cannot sell any more books to me because he's not a charity. He's not a charity case. He was calling me a charity case.
No,
that wasn't very nice.
I know. What he means is...
He actually said that, though. Okay.
I understand. He says this, I'm not a charity case, meaning he doesn't give charity. He's not calling you that. He's just saying you're a cheapskate. That's what he's saying. He's saying he doesn't... There's nothing wrong with that. He's saying you're a cheapskate. He doesn't want to mess with you anymore.
And I told him we have a Mac Center in Westminster,
on
72nd and Irving, and I go in there to play pool, and he advertises there too. And I asked him directly, is that for all the seniors? And he didn't say nothing. So I walked out, and I was kind of not feeling, that good. But I stood up to him, okay, Tom?
Yeah, you know what? I know that your feelings are probably hurt. I wouldn't. It's not such a big deal.
I'm not going back.
Yeah. I'm sorry about it, that you're having this problem, but I wouldn't lose any sleep over it,
Well, I'm going to tear up his...
Sometimes, though, I mean, the shop's got to cut bait sometimes, man. I mean, they know you're not going to spend another nickel. I see where they're coming from. I personally would have never have done that. It's just part of doing business, but they don't have to sell you one.
You don't have to call me a charity case either.
Right.
No, that's not. That's true.
Right. That's right.
There's no reason to insult you.
Gene, go to the referral list and use people on my referral list. You'll be much happier. Scott, welcome. What's happening, Scott?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
What's going on, sir?
And what you guys do.
Well, thanks,
so
man.
I own a small, just started a small power washing business here in the Springs. It's a mobile power washing business. The equipment, the truck, and all that stuff is very expensive to own and operate. And so I've done a few jobs here and there, and I got hired at this one place. They called me up and said, hey, we need you to come out and do this stuff. So I told them, all right, look, my usual is about 34 cents a square foot to do, the power washing, bring out the water and everything else. But if you're going to have me out here every 2 weeks for at least 6 months, I'll cut you down to 10 cents a square foot.
I understand. So and then what? So you cut them down, but they're not keeping you, right?
No. They haven't paid me a dime.
Not a dime? Hold on.
Not a single red cent.
Wait. How many jobs have you done?
I don't have the paperwork in front of me.
About how many times have you been there?
In the neighborhood of around $3,000 is what they owe right now.
How many months does that equal?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how many jobs with $3,000. Like you said, 34 cents a square foot. So how many times is it a big parking lot?
It's pretty big.
And how many times have you done it?
I'd say probably 8 times.
8 times. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, they haven't paid you. You can put a lien on it.
On an actual business, I don't know what good that's going to do.
Is it one business or is it several?
It's one business. I mean, does it matter if I say who they are?
It doesn't matter at all.
It's Buffalo Wild Wings over on Geyser Drive.
Okay.
And I've been in contact with corporate. I clean their parking lot for them.
Who owns the place? Do you know the guy, or is it a corp or what?
No, it's a big corporation. They just sold to someone.
Arby's.
Yeah,
Arby's purchased
that might be his problem. They literally just got swallowed up by another conglomerate, so you might be just dealing with the switch of hands there, man.
But I've been given every excuse in the book.
Listen, I think if we call them,
yeah, I think
we can light a fire.
I think you're right.
So hold on.
Suzanne and I went to one of those. Side note, this was, I forget, it was off Havana. I went into that restroom. It was the most disgusting place I've ever seen, this Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll never go back to one.
Wow. You know what's too bad about that, Mark? You're probably justified because that's probably the culture there, but many times you can have a beautiful place, a beautiful chain, and one location,
yeah, you're right,
can mess it up.
But
now,
it really got into my head, though.
Often, Mark, that doesn't happen. Even though people say that, you shouldn't paint with a broad brush, and I realize that. But I often see that it's not just one location. There seems to be a culture. For example, I'll give you an example. Denny's. You might think, oh, this Denny's is great, this Denny's isn't, this is bad. They're pretty much the same. You know where you go. They're not great.
The employees are virtually all the same.
Yeah.
They are.
There's a culture, you call it, and you can stereotype.
They're always out back smoking, the whole deal.
Have tattoos, for sure. Women always have tattoos, usually.
Missing teeth.
Yeah. 303-713-TALK. Now, we have an update on the condo thing, and then let's see if Deputy Clint wants to take a stab at getting this guy paid. That would be good, too. He's on duty today. And then we'll give Deputy Nate some stuff to do as well. We got a lot going on. Brian Burns, do you have examples of people who have been paid or who have saved money? We'll come back and do that. Do you have any examples?
Yep, I do.
Savings? Great.
Yep, I do.
Remember, our Insurance Help Center, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. The Art of Granite. Why am I mentioning that? Because a lot of people want beautiful kitchens for the new year. They want beautiful countertops. He does countertops and cabinets, and he does it like no one else. I'll tell you why. You call him and say, here's my square footage, what will it cost? He can give you probably within $100 what it will cost. But you're not obligated to do anything until you come out and pick the stuff specifically that you want. Here's how he works. You call him, he gives you a price based on a photo or some square footage. You pick the counter material, and he charges wholesale for that. He never marks up counter material, whether it's granite or any other solid surface or stone. You can buy it from him or anywhere else on his wholesale account. He charges for fabrication and installation. He tears out everything and hauls it away free of charge, and he does the bathroom if you have the kitchen done, and he does the bathroom free of charge. You can get countertops or you can get cabinets or both, a small markup of cabinets direct from the manufacturer, 7 days a week, serving the metro area and all the mountain communities. 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919.
You're going to have next week a bunch of major radios, Simply Floors, all kinds of goodies.
So in a business, wouldn't small claims court be as easy as a lien, or?
Say it again, sir.
That business, that Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Would a small claims court be as good as a lien?
What would be weird is they probably don't own the property.
So, but, I mean, you could serve just like you do, you know, the corporate.
Yeah, I think if we call over, you want to call over there? Call over. Listen, just ask for the manager. Be very cool and say, hey, listen, Mark, who listens, by the way, thinks you're a disgusting, nasty restaurant, but can you get this guy paid, please?
Mark,
yes,
can you find my video on Facebook of the quick sand?
I didn't see it. I was on a Facebook second ago.
I got to do it all again.
What'd you find out?
My son's got the house for your daughter.
Well, no fooling.
Oh, sweet.
Well, no fooling.
Sexual harassment. So let me answer with this.
She's a baby girl.
I hear it every single day. So I've seen every walk of life likes my daughter. It's the most. It sucks. I mean, honestly, it sucks. Right. To be straightforward, it sucks. I don't like.
She has.
I don't like any of the little pricks running around.
She's a
you talking about Adeline? Oh, he told you I was coming.
So unless if you've had it completely chopped off on him, just keep them away.
Just keep them away.
I
was just thinking maybe some ice cream or something like that.
How old's your kid?
She's 15.
They got biology together.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah. So I introduced Addie to Bob Logan from Plumline. Logan Trout. So she goes, is that Logan's dad? Oh, no.
Gotcha.
Anyway, what did you tell Jeremy? Did you tell him to...
He said if he still has testicles, not to bring near. Something to that effect, I think. Which is exactly the answer I would have if I had a girl.
Oh, it's crazy. It's funny, too, because it is a double standard. Because when my kid I'll be very honest. So I walked downstairs one time. Miles has got his girlfriend under the covers, and they're making out, and I just made sure they knew I was there, and they stopped. Okay. Then a little bit later, I walked down, and a different day, and my daughter's with her boyfriend, and they're holding hands, but they're a little close for me. They're not even making out. I literally ripped this fucking kid apart. You want to be in my house? You need to sit over there. And I realized how wrong that is, though. I mean, I did, but it's just a natural instinct.
Yeah.
Plus, a boy can't get pregnant.
That's right.
No matter how you look at it, a boy's not going to get pregnant.
My kid's so straight-laced, and I'm telling you what, man, I was so not at that age, so I don't know. I mean, I guess he raised us well, because he's such a good kid.
That's good, man.
He has one girl in 5th grade. That's his deal. So, like,
is he in sports?
Doesn't drink. He's going to play football. He's focused on school first, but...
That's a good football. Ponderosa's a pretty good team, man.
Yeah. The coach wants him. Coach, what's his name? I don't know. I forget his name, but he wants him. I mean, because Logan's 6'1". He's almost my height.
Is that the one way up north?
And, so he's going to play next year, I think. But he's focused on school and DECA. DECA's his big thing. So.
Did you hear from Champion?
Well, I did. Paul sent an email out last night and said, hey, we want to, these guys have to know I've got, endorsers tied up into this deal, and, we've missed the deadline for iHeart. We've got to know what's going on. But, Paul, Tom, I think maybe you're onto the right thing, man. Just saying, hey, Paul, just call him.
We're on broadband, aren't we still?
Yeah. Oh, wait, he might have not switched over now that I think about it.
Cabinets, quarter-inch, glued and nailed. Replacement kitchens, only custom-built cabinets by our own people for a fabulous look. Bathrooms, you can count on the tried-and-true done-right bathroom renovation system. And windows and entry doors? Dad, how about your 2 cents worth?
Well, it starts with a quality window or door, yes, but I'm here to tell you that preparation, installation, and finish are exactly why they'll be able to join those that say, done right, did right by me. So folks, whether it's kitchens, baths, counters, or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, as always, you have our word. We'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Do you have payroll tax problems? Get your peace of mind back. Go to advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Fox News Radio lives here. We report, you decide. 630 KHOW.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. If you have an invention, a copyright, a trademark, you need help, don't ever, ever, ever go to the internet. Ever. Most every single one dealing with inventions, trademarks, and copyrights that you submit are rip-offs. Almost every single one. You can go to our guy, Mark Trenner, Trenner Law. That's Mark Trenner, Trenner Law, on my referral list. I'm telling you, just a few $100 for patent searches, for patents. You would be surprised at the value. A lot of them are under $2,000, way under. Some of them are more, depending on the complexity. But he's a single sole proprietor. He does it all himself, of course, with legal assistance. But I'm saying, he doesn't have a bunch of attorneys in a fancy office. He'll take care of you. 720-221-3708. 720-221-3708. Trenner Law. That's Mark Trenner on my referral list. Billy, what's going on in your life, Billy? Welcome. What's happening?
Yes, sir. I have an issue with State Farm.
Yes, Billy.
My wife's car was illegally towed almost a year ago for her job. She got off 2:30 in the morning.
Now, what do you mean illegally towed?
Well, her car was at her job. She was in, and the restaurant closed at 2:30 in the morning, and she walked outside. The tow company had hooked up her car and taken it to the tow lot.
Okay.
She is an employee there, the GM.
So she got it back without paying, right?
Yes, sir. The car was taken care of. They admitted fault and everything.
Good. Excellent.
She had to spend $500 our money for the deductible.
Wait.
I'm trying to get the deductible.
For what deductible?
For the $500. Well, we got.
Why was there an insurance claim?
Because they damaged the car when they towed it.
Oh.
They towed it, and they damaged the bottom of the car to the tune of almost $1,800.
I didn't. Oh, that part I didn't know. Well, so you had to pay a deductible.
Well, they admitted fault, right?
Why didn't they pay for it?
Sir.
Why they'll subrogate and he'll get it back, right, Brian?
Well, hold on. We are, but I'm just wondering, why didn't they pay for it to begin with, Billy?
They said that was part of our deductible, and they would get the money back to
Billy, why didn't the tow company or whoever did it illegally, who took responsibility, why didn't they pay for the damages?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Did you ask them? You're the only one that could ask them.
State Farm said before we could do anything, we had to pay our deductible, which was $500.
Billy, you're not listening to me. The car was towed. It was damaged. Why did you put an insurance claim in? Why didn't you ask the place who did it to pay for it?
I wanted to get the damage fixed right away.
Okay.
And I said, well, let's just get it fixed.
Okay.
Soon.
I got you. That's enough.
Insurance.
Billy, that's enough. That's fine. So now you want to go back and get reimbursed, and you're within your rights to do it. You can go to small claims court to do that.
Got it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
But we can, we can give them a call for
Who's the tow company?
Yeah.
The tow company was the one that's being sued right now on TV.
Well, who's that?
I don't want to say their name. Wyatt's Towing, and they have several subsidiaries of Wyatt's Towing.
Well, I got, Wyatt's, they're pretty big, but we've had issues before they have taken care of. They come through.
Maybe we can have Deputy Nate call. Hey,
do you know the owner? Listen to this. Is a Harvard grad, if I have that
Come
right.
on.
I'm not kidding.
Now, you said Wyatt's is being sued on TV? Nobody gets sued on TV, but you heard about it on TV. Who is? What did you hear about them?
I heard that they were being sued. Now, I got in the middle of time, and I called the people that said, we have not been paid anything from the towing company.
Okay. How much is your deductible?
Money from them, he will give you your $500 back, but they said...
How much is your deductible?
$500 is my deductible.
Okay. Small claims court will do it if we're not successful. But we can take a stab at it. Suzanne, you want to have Deputy Nate make a call over to Wyatt's? And now we have an update for Jennifer. Jennifer, we did call on this problem, and you're within your rights to ask them to do that, to fix your damage the right way. Something broke, your apartment was flooded with glycol or whatever it was from the heating system, and you have a right to ask them to fix it properly. And from the video we could see that it wasn't done properly. What did they say, Clint?
Waiting for the management company to call me back.
That's it? Period?
Yep.
Okay. Suzanne, next time let me know that. Okay, I'm sorry, Jennifer. I actually thought we had something for you, but we did make a phone call. Sorry about that. 303-713-8255. All right. Mike, you have a car that was repossessed?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
And you're saying it was done wrongly or illegally?
Wrongfully, yes. Well,
All right.
The whole situation is I bought my credit wasn't, I had zero credit, so I couldn't finance anywhere. I needed a big enough vehicle to carry, I have 2 kids.
All right, you hold on, Mike. We'll come right back to you, all right?
Make an announcement, Suzanne. When we have a follow-up, she's on the phone still.
Jennifer had hung up.
I understand. I don't want to ever... Is she still on the phone?
I'm almost positive freaking Wyatt's owner's a Harvard grad, which I found just...
The first guy I talked to says he won't talk to radio stations. So.
Who'd you call?
Everyone's
Wilderness.
You don't have to talk to
Buffalo Wild Wings?
I said, you're not talking to a radio station,
you're
talking to me.
Who wants to help someone.
Yeah, that's what I told him. So he referred it back to this other guy who's supposed to call me back sometime today.
Okay, but we should never put somebody up and say we have a follow-up when we are saying to them, we put a call in and we're waiting for a call back. That was the dumbest thing I ever did in my life.
God, he's lucky if that's the dumbest thing he ever did.
That is pretty good.
Clint, you said your son works for Halliburton?
Yeah, he's a Harvard graduate. Son of a bitch. Harvard Law School, that's the real deal diploma, man. Wow. And then he bought a tow company.
50% of the people who graduate from Harvard finish in the bottom of their class.
That's true.
I had a sister-in-law who graduated at the bottom of the class in medical school. You know what they call them?
Doctor.
Dentist.
Doctor, yeah, exactly.
Dentist.
God.
Anti-dentite.
No, podiatrist.
Suzanne just did that because she thought you said that he refused to talk to us, and then we could have made a big deal about that.
Oh.
So did they refuse, or are they going to call us back?
The first guy refused to talk to me. He says, I will get it to John Murphy.
Well, then that's...
Who are we talking about?
It's a goddamn apartment house.
Okay, the apartment complex.
But, I mean, to get on the air and say, we have a follow-up for you, Jennifer, and the follow-up is, I put in a call, is not... So, here's the deal. What we have to do is basically just bug them until they call us back. But everyone always says they're not going to talk to us. Everyone. I mean, that's just standard. No one's going to talk to us. And then we say, okay, we just want to help these people out. You know, it can even be off the record as long as we can...
Oh, yeah. A lot of these I've called 9, 11 times. I don't quit calling. These
people are... Keep bugging them.
Save over $100,000 in excess interest that you get to keep, all without changing one penny of your spending. To game 720-895-0500. VA loans to 100% with cash out in the low threes. We've been serving Colorado since 2000. Where it's all about you is not just our motto, it's who you are. Get the respect you deserve. Affordable interest mortgage, 720-895-0500. NMLS 298191, regulated by DOR, equal credit lender.
Do you remember that Roberto guy that said he didn't get paid from that stinker? You know, I've talked to Stinker. They paid him. They paid him $3,000. They paid him the standard amount they paid for every landscaping thing.
But why was his bill so much?
He can't explain it. He kept creeping them up. He sent one in for $3,600. They went ahead and paid it. They warned him. He sent one in for almost $4,000. They said next time only $3,000. So the third one went in for $7,500, and they stuck to their guns and $3,000.
Well, how can he? I mean, that's
yeah. But what did he do for the money? Did he do the same thing and just kept raising the price, or was it? Did they have him do more?
He did more than he usually does, but they just kept saying no. You know, just cap. They were trying to explain to him that we have to cap these at $3,000. We have a budget on these flips they do. This is a big outfit. They own all the Bradley stations.
Yeah.
And they run quite a bit of stuff. And they just said, you know, we had to put a rein on this guy. He just wouldn't listen to what we're saying. And after getting over 100 texts from the guy about every problem with the Hispanic community for the last 100 years, he has sent me a whole series of them. The guy's kind of whack.
The caller.
Kind of whack.
The caller.
Yeah, the caller. I'll show you what the last one I got just now. It's really long. Automatic. I found these voice recorders were discussed the $7,000 charge for the job. He never says no. I'm going to pay for that. Also, he mentions a buy bill that I charged that he thought was less when I sent him the proposal, and he approved it, which leads me to think that he is not paying attention or is planning how to rip me off. Please let me know when we can play this recording so Tom can listen.
And what does the recording say?
I don't know. The guy's gone.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No, just put this way, sir. The job was big enough that we found marijuana plantation alone.
All right, hold on. Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter approval reverse mortgages. If you want a reverse mortgage and you don't know who to call, first of all, don't call just anyone, because they'll probably say, yeah, it's a great idea. And reverse mortgages are only good in certain circumstances. You can live off your equity in some cases, 62 or older, but remember, it does accumulate against the principal, but it is a great retirement tool if used the right way, but not for everyone. Joan Sullivan will tell you the truth. That's the whole point. And she'll answer all your questions. ApprovalReverse.com, 303-771-3528, 303-771-3528. Now, Billy, we need to get light a fire under them. They should pay him.
Calling now.
Good. They should pay him the $500. It's that easy, in my opinion, right? Don't you think, Mark? I mean,
of course I do.
Yeah.
I did look at the thing. The owner of Wyatt's is not only a Harvard graduate, but he's a Harvard Law School graduate. He's an attorney, too. I just find that odd that you graduate from Harvard, you're an attorney, and you open up a towing company.
Well, follow the money, brother. Maybe it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Now, Brian Burns, Compass Insurance Group. So, Brian, what have we saved people at our Insurance Help Center? People, if you call our Insurance Help Center right now, they're standing by. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Just tell them what you're paying. You can be completely open. They don't care. They'll tell you if you have a great deal, a bad deal, if they can get you a better deal. And we do this monthly, and we get such extraordinary results. Let's see what we got, Brian.
Okay, so and aside from the savings, which we definitely try to do, we also try to look at the coverages and give you some advice on that. And this first one here is a customer from Allstate. They had auto, motorcycle, and home. And when we looked at the policy, they didn't have uninsured motorist, even on the motorcycle. Which is
important.
A huge, and that's a pretty costly endorsement. But anyways,
uninsured motorist. Yep. That's like 30% of the drivers.
Right, and you can think, if you're going to get hit on a motorcycle, you're going to get injured. Yeah. And so, you know, it's a pretty expensive endorsement, but I wouldn't ride one without it. But anyways, we shopped them. We found another company, added the uninsured motorist, and saved $300 on the a year on the premium.
Oh man, that's cool.
We have one here that was from American Family. It was a large home. It's a $2 million dwelling on this home. It's auto and home insurance. They did not have an umbrella. We moved them to Nationwide Private Client.
Umbrella is huge with that kind of
We added an umbrella and saved over $2,000 a year.
Listen to this. They saved over $2,000, Mark, and threw in an umbrella.
You know, he brought something up that we don't talk about enough, and that is a lot of people that call you up, they might need an umbrella and don't even have one. If you've got, you know, assets, $1 million in assets, and you only have $250,000 in liability, they'll take your house, man. They'll take stuff. You better cover your butt. That's the other thing these guys do. We'll tell you what you need.
That's right. And, you know, and if especially, I know we always tell people if they've been with someone for a long time, to shop it. But if you have a house where your dwelling is, your home is worth, you know, a couple $1 million, and you're with an American Family in this case, or an Allstate, you're just in the wrong place. You're paying way more than you need to and don't have the coverage you need. But I'll give you one more here. We have someone that was with American Family. We moved into a company called Acuity. They had actual cash value coverage on their roof. We changed it.
That means if you get damage on your roof, you're only going to get paid what it's worth at that time, the depreciated value.
That's right.
Terrible.
So you could get, you know, you could be responsible for the majority of the roof replacement.
Of the repair.
We changed it to replacement cost and saved them over $1,500. It's $1,511.
Can you believe that? Not only are they saving more than $100 a month, they have now
real coverage. They would have been so shocked if they had hail damage.
Yeah, they had no clue, by the way. They didn't even know until we read it to them.
I'm so happy about this. I am so happy. Oh, we'll give more in a little while. Mike says his car was wrongfully repossessed. Okay, let's take it from the start, Mike. You own the car, right?
Not anymore.
Okay, you bought the car. You bought the car. Let's put it that way, Mike. You bought the car.
Got to buy here, pay here.
Buy here, and you were financing it through that place.
Correct.
How much did you put down?
$2,000.
$2,000 down. Usually what they do is they get the cost of the car plus a little extra on the money down, and then your payments are extra. That's how these buy here, pay here's work. That's why they don't care about credit. But then you were paying monthly how much?
I was paying monthly about just a little over $400 a month on a $11,000 loan.
Did you make all your payments?
No.
Okay, what happened? Now the story.
Now the story. So from the beginning, I had issues with the pickup.
When was the beginning?
The beginning was September of 2015, I believe.
Okay, here's what I want to tell you. We're running out of time. I'm going to take you first out of the gate, but this is very important for you to know. No matter what was wrong with that truck, it is a completely separate issue. Completely separate, and has nothing to do with repossession. And if you at all withheld payment because you got it repaired, I'm telling you right up front, it's not an adequate excuse. So hold on, and we'll come back to you. Just because you...
Uh-oh, yelling. I do trust this woman.
Do you? Or what she said?
She's hurt. She's very concerned over the surging level of public debt.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, two things. Oh, you said deer.
It's like 1.1 trillion.
It sounds like the regional attorney for the EEOC is happy to come on for an interview. So I'm setting that up maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I have this guy, but he won't be on until next week. So he's a paramedic, and he was doing a CPR class. And I guess there was a chick leading the CPR class. And he says, when we do mouth to mouth, I want to be in your group. Got fired. And so he's already reached out to Olson.
That's all
but
he said.
He says, yeah, when we do the mouth to mouth part, I want to be in your group.
That's inappropriate. He should have been fired.
Yeah.
So
Can we get him on?
Look, he said he's not available until
Let's put it
next
this way.
Can't do those kind of
Here's
things.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, should he be fired?
Right.
Yes. No, Mark.
I'll send you guys
so you're
his
saying
side.
that people should make a joke. You know, I was saying, can't they be
I don't think he was making a joke.
Mark, can they be counseled is what I'm saying.
As soon as he said it, she walked out, that somebody replaced her. She came back in to get her things that she forgot. And he goes, when she came back in, I have 8 people that'll testify she seemed fine.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I know.
Well, she's not going to act like her father.
No, that part. But to say
Okay,
that,
so now as an employer, I've got to pay for your fucking shit. Because you're an asshole, I got to send you to counseling or whatever.
I didn't say that.
Or yes, well, okay.
I didn't say send. Mark, you
But
always
maybe he meant it like,
said,
hey, you seem like you're the expert in the room. I want to be in your group.
Can't they be?
That's my whole point. Why would I want to counsel someone when I can just hire someone else to replace them? That's not going to take up my time and money.
You can.
Okay.
You can do that. But sometimes if somebody makes a mistake, they can be worked with. I'm saying that...
You know, I don't think it's the employer that's saying, hey, I want to punish it. I think what happens is they know they're going to get sued by this other lady. And so they've got to make this kind of bold move.
But is it possible?
No, big time. If it happened again or if it went to the next level, their ass is on the
Don't ever mistake me for... I'm really strict on that shit, but I think people, my God.
Is it possible she seemed like the expert, so he wanted to be in the expert's room?
That's all you say.
What?
You can do that on the phone.
No, it's not unless you're in trouble.
Here's shit.
Multiple. The power of journalism has never been more evident in this cultural change. The Today Show staff seemed stunned by this news.
Watch Katie Couric come out and say, yeah, he used to.
Look, it's almost like
Everybody say, I don't want to work with him.
There are a lot of people that have it. Yeah, well, why do you think you've done everything else?
I can't believe somebody would keep on it if they told them
The New
to
York
quit
Post
doing it.
reports that the woman who got Lauer fired told HR he assaulted her during the Winter Olympics in Sochi in 2014. In a statement sent to Fox News by the alleged victim's lawyer, the lawyer writes, "My client and I met with representatives from NBC's Human Resources and Legal Department at 6 p.m. on Monday. Over the course of several hours, my client detailed egregious acts of sexual harassment and misconduct by Mr. Lauer. Our impression at this point is that NBC acted quickly and responsibly, as all companies should, when confronted with credible allegations about sexual misconduct in the workplace." The lawyer says his client made no other demands except that NBC do the right thing. Dana?
Well, Rick, that was the big news this morning, but then, of course, you can't go a day without getting more news of this sort. There's another well-known talk show host. He's out of a job now over a workplace complaint. What's that all about?
Someone very familiar to listeners to public radio, Garrison.
I wonder if we'll get any locals that go down.
Second public radio.
By Minnesota Public Radio.
Right. What's his name?
Inappropriate behavior with a
He was like a big interview.
Keeler says the story is a lot more complicated than the version that was told his employer, but at 75, he says he has no interest in arguing about this. Dana?
All right, Rick Leventhal, thanks so much.
At 75, his answer was that wrong? I mean, serious. That's how they think, man.
Today, after its latest intercontinental ballistic missile.
Geez, what else can they cut off from North Korea? You realize their own soldiers, man, have, tapeworms and shit in them. They're in horrible shape. These are their soldiers.
The guy that crossed over the
Oh, my
line.
God. He was in such bad shape. Did you see what they were blasting over the loudspeakers on that demilitarized zone? They were saying so-and-so, who was the guy that escaped, loves this movie, loves pizza, he had tapeworms. That's what was blaring over to the other side, so those soldiers would hear it.
I thought they pulled the soldiers off the line, too.
You understand that I'm just saying that I think people should be punished, but if it's something that's not egregious, like they say Matt Lauer apparently was egregious.
No, but my point is, if it costs the company...
you're saying, why do I even want to hassle with it? Bye. That's
if they're easy and replaceable. Now, if it's a sales guy making you a ton of money, it all comes down to if it makes sense.
You're right. I agree.
No, of course it comes down to making sense.
If you can help people to be better people, I mean...
But that makes, if you fire a guy for that in the workforce, everybody goes, what the hell, do I want to work
Sean
here?
did nothing
This is
extra.
to get fired?
Sean did nothing yesterday, actually.
Well, something's weird there.
I asked him.
Something's weird. I don't know what's weird.
And it's a wonderful treatment. Have it built into by Widex hearing aids. You can get it in a neuromonics device, whatever it is. Dr. Patty and Dr. Lisa are pioneers in tinnitus treatment, and they can also help you with your hearing loss. Don't wait another day.
So, did you call that other one?
Which one?
The guy not being paid?
No, I called on Buffalo Wild Wings. The manager will be back this afternoon.
That's what they said. So is he going to call you, or you got to call back?
No, I got to call back. I talked to another manager, and he said, I don't know anything about it.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter this hour, brought to you by Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. They go the extra mile. I can delineate very easily why Ideal is different and better. Okay? It's very easy. First, you have credit optimization. Even if you're approved, they go further to improve your credit. That means behind the scenes, you can correct little things that they know affect your score. They do it legally, ethically, and quickly. They also have custom term loans, so you can get the lower rate, but you don't have to go all the way back to 30. You don't start the clock over if you don't want to. You can have a 23-year loan, 27-year loan, 25-year loan, whatever you want, okay? And then they have the rate guarantee, so if you close on a refinance or a purchase money loan and rates go up, or rates go down, I mean, if rates go down, then they'll refinance you free of all lender fees. And then the pre-approval. They are ready to go with the pre-approval. And I don't mean qualified, pre-qualified. Pre-approval, you're approved, ready to go. They can close in a few days, literally, once you find the property. 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Let's go to the phones. What is on your mind? I've been asking a question all day because sexual harassment is so pervasive in the news. I'm asking, what exactly is it? What is it? One guy called us off the air and said he was fired for doing this. Now, by the way, I do agree that he should have been fired or should have been reprimanded and maybe trained. I don't know. But here's what he did. He was a CPR instructor. Was that it? A CPR instructor.
She's explaining something to
and
somebody.
Then he was an instructor for CPR, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think this is totally...
He was in a class for CPR.
Oh, I thought he was teaching.
No, the gal was teaching.
Oh. Okay, that throws everything out the window. I was thinking, he's a student? Where did he get fired from? His private job?
Let me send you the email.
No, hold on. He was being trained as part of his job?
I think it was like a required CPR course they have to do.
All right.
Being a paramedic.
Okay, I understand that. So if you are sent by your employer to a class, and he was sent to a CPR class.
Yeah, he's on the clock, man.
And he said to the woman, when it comes to mouth-to-mouth, I want to be in your group. To the mouth-to-mouth demonstration. I want to be in your group.
Yeah, and I say you fire his ass.
That's totally inappropriate. Now, here's a question, though, I have. This brings up something else. So that guy was fired from his job. Here's a question I have. What if my employer found out that I was at a CPR class? Let's say that I make widgets and I'm in a factory, or whatever I do, but he hears about this. I'm at a CPR class and I say to the instructor, this has nothing to do with work. I go to a CPR class, let's say, because I heard it's a great idea and I'm going with some friends and I want to take CPR. And in the class I say, hey, when it comes to the mouth-to-mouth demonstration, I want to be in your group. If you say that at that class and the woman says, that's totally inappropriate. Okay, now the class is over. What if your employer found out about that? Should you be fired from your regular job? You're making widgets in a factory, or you're driving a truck. Should you be fired? That's a good question. What do you think? Because if that's the case, we're going to find... now, we're not talking about inappropriate behavior on the job. We're talking about someone who is inappropriate. Okay, that's the question, Mark. What would you do? You found out your employee embarrassed himself by saying that. the instructor said, that's terrible. But he was there with some buddies taking a CPR class, nothing to do with his work making widgets or driving a truck.
Why do we have to police his personal life?
That's what I'm saying. Would you fire him?
How do I find out about it?
Let's say one of his coworkers was at the class and say, you should have heard what happened to Johnny last night. He was at the CPR class and made a smart aleck remark to the instructor.
It probably wouldn't. I mean, if that's how it was told to me, I probably wouldn't fire him, no.
Most people are judged by what they do on the job. But it gets really, really, really weird and gray when somebody is inappropriate off the job, but they work for you. Like, I wouldn't want someone working for me who's a slime ball. Obviously, you wouldn't either. Now, what do? You don't know that, right? But if you knew someone hated black people, he was prejudiced, he believed literally there should be, separation, and he just hated them. He never demonstrated anything on the job ever.
Yeah, but someone
did a great job.
Someone that ignorant would always be bad for business, no matter what the business is. So why would you ever hire anybody like that?
I'm not
or
saying
keep them around.
You don't know. Keeping around is a better word. You don't know what people think when you hire them. I'm saying, how far do we go when it comes to behavior?
Here's exactly
philosophy.
This is
weird.
what this guy said in his own words.
Yeah.
He walks into class. Class was about to begin. A young female paramedic came and stood in the front of our table, and I said, he says, when we get to the mouth-to-mouth part, I want to be on your team.
Okay.
And then he got fired.
Turned around and walked out.
Totally inappropriate.
Yeah, and he's on the job. And then, of course, her boss called his boss, they called their boss, and HR got involved, and he got the can. I think here's the bottom line. Once your HR department knows, or the owner knows, or the manager knows, the company's got to really think, okay, if this guy ever does it again, I could be facing a lawsuit. It's better just to cut and run.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Let's talk to Mike. Mike said he bought a car, and he was paying $400 a month. He bought it in 1950. Yeah, 2015, not 19. 2015, he bought it in September, and he was put $2,000 down, making payments of $400 a month. He was having trouble with the truck. When did you miss your first payment, Mike?
I missed the first payment almost immediately.
Okay, and then what?
Truck wouldn't work. The truck wouldn't work, so they towed it.
Yeah, and I don't want to know why you missed it, but you missed the first one, and they towed it to where?
They towed it to their shop.
Did they fix it?
Yes, they fixed it, and I paid for the repairs in full with cash.
All right, and then you. When was the next time? When was the next time you missed?
The next time was almost a month later. No, 2 months later. Again,
this is back in 2015.
Right.
Okay. So you missed in October, you missed in December, and then what?
And then the truck drove fine for a while, and then
so every time you missed a payment, it was because the truck was acting up.
Right. Well, I got fed up because what they were doing is taking the money that I was paying for repairs and paying their fees with it.
They can pay anything they want with it.
Right. Well, they were putting it on the back of my loan, so it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have taken it there to be repaired. You should have taken it somewhere else.
Right. Well, since I had that part repaired twice by them already, and it was still acting up, I demanded. When did
you miss your next payment?
The next payment was missed somewhere in the neighborhood of November of 2016.
Okay, so you went really for like a whole year.
Right. So I paid over $10,000 towards this vehicle. It doesn't.
It doesn't matter, man. I mean, Mike. I know that you're throwing that out there and the repairs and all that. I'm trying to get to the meat of this because if there's any little hook I can use, go ahead. Yeah. Wait. So when did you? So with all of these missed payments, they never took the car.
No, they never took possession.
What led to this repossession? Tell me what happened.
Okay, so the pickup truck had a manifold problem under the hood.
What was the most recent missed payment, I should ask first?
The most recent missed payment was that in November of last year.
You mean you didn't miss a payment this year at all?
I don't own the vehicle anymore. They repossessed it.
No, Mike. Are you calling about a vehicle that was repoed in 2016?
Correct.
You're calling me a year later?
Right, because now they are suing me
for the deficiency. Right, now I get it. Okay, right. You missed your payment in 2016, and they took the car. Then what?
Well, they took the car. I had a problem with them. I paid them $900 to do a repair. They didn't do the repair.
I understand.
They also did it illegally. They did an illegal repair.
What does that mean?
They did an EGR delete to a vehicle, so I could not get my tags renewed.
Okay.
I made them aware of the issue. They not only did the repair illegally, they did it wrong. So fumes were coming into the vents and on the heater during the winter time. So my 12-year-old and my 3-year-old and I were breathing, fumes.
Well, your EGR has not. Your EGR being removed would not cause that.
Well, they did it wrongfully. There was a
hole in there or something.
There was a hole in there. They didn't do a complete EGR.
So then what happened?
So then I call them and I say, hey, you guys did a.
I mean, well, what happened in general? They took the car.
Right. They took the car. I told them, I'm not paying you guys to fix my car properly. They have a tracking device in the truck. I'm at a job site. I come outside and the truck's no longer there.
Okay, so they took the car. Right.
I call them. They say they didn't take all the proper measurements. I went online and did a research on what's supposed to take place for a repossession. They didn't do any of it. The only thing they sent me is a letter.
They don't have to do a lot for a repossession. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not a whole lot, but they do have to follow some steps.
What steps? What steps are you talking about?
Well, they have to give you a right to cure. They have to give you a bunch of different stuff when it's a finance company. They didn't do any of that. And what they also did is once I made them.
Are they a finance company?
They're the owner of it's Burke & Carter Motors.
Do you know what? It really wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if they did it wrong because it's too late to fight that. So what are we going to? So you didn't care about any of that until the deficiency showed up. How much? This is amazing. You paid so much money on that $11,000 loan, and now how much do they want?
And now they want $10,000.
Yeah.
On top of it.
Yeah.
And another thing is that they told me they sold it at auction. I had a bunch of personal stuff on the vehicle. They say you can't remove it. So,
it's too late. Yeah. I mean, we could have gotten that back for you.
Right. So what they did is, what I'm thinking, what it all points at is that they got rid of the vehicle because I was going to report them to, I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know the exact.
Yeah.
But it has to do with the emissions control. And whoever's doing that type of work is going to get shut down. So what they did is take the car immediately to auction and sell it. They claimed they only sold it for $3,000. Ironically, I ran into somebody driving the vehicle.
Here's your problem, Mike. Mike, here's your problem.
Hold on. Go ahead. Finish that last sentence.
A year later, and I asked them, hey, that used to be my truck. It was repossessed by such and such dealership, and they sold it at auction. He said, yeah, I bought it at auction for $7,000. And I said, well, why are they charging me, this big deficiency when I've paid almost $10,000?
Well, here, Mike, here's what I want to do. I want to help you. But sometimes help does not come in the form you may think it does. First, I want to give you a lesson here that really is important because you need to know a few things. They probably did not technically go through the repossession properly. Too late. Okay? What I'm saying, the reason I say that is put out the flame. It's just going to burn you. You just put it, it's done. Personal property, you didn't get back. Too late. You didn't call when it was happening. We could have gotten your personal property. Done. You're talking about the car not running properly. The car was purchased as is. You say they didn't repair it properly. It's too late. The only issue at hand is this. They sold it. They're required to sell it at an arm's length transaction, not to friends or neighbors for a cheap price, and go after you for the deficiency. If you take the interest plus the default interest and everything owed and everything you paid, it's mathematical, and it's too bad, but in most cases, we pay triple for our cars and our homes when it comes to financing. So that is not unusual that you paid so much. That is not an issue to bring up to a judge. Your Honor, I already paid $20,000 on an $11,000 loan. Nobody cares. The reason I'm telling you this is because when you start throwing things like that out, and they don't matter, the more you throw out, the more people think, this guy is just reaching for a straw. He's a drowning man. So I'm just telling you it doesn't matter. The other thing that doesn't matter, the one thing that does matter, the one and only thing, is how they calculate the deficiency. It is very strict. That's the one area you may have a case when you just told me this. It was very fortuitous that you did run into this guy. You hold on and we'll talk about that one issue. That's the only issue you have. Did they calculate that deficiency properly? Don't forget, call our insurance helpline right now to get a free quote on anything you have. In insurance-wise, it's an insurance checkup, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Okay, if you need a criminal defense attorney, do you know who I'm going to recommend? I've known Joe for more than 20 years. He's been on my referral list. I personally represent Joe in his practice because he gives great criminal defense when you need it. And I'll tell you, not everyone, of course, accused of a crime is guilty, and the law says we all deserve the best defense possible. Now, there are some things I just slap my head and say, why do people drink and drive? You don't ever have to do that with Lyft and Uber and taxis and friends. Don't ever do it. It's the dumbest crime in the world to get popped with, but it is a crime. It'll turn your life upside down without representation. Please take the necessary steps this holiday season not to drink and drive. Some people, they don't do it egregiously. They just think, you know what, I only had a couple drinks, I'm not high. And they may not feel high, but they're legally intoxicated. That's the problem. If you're ever caught for anything like this or any crime and you need help, Joseph A. Lazzara, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200, LazzaraLegal.com. He's also on my referral list at referralist.com.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic
Trouble's
Center.
now in the north end of town.
Can you believe that shit?
Fake news.
No, I swear to God, I just, not only that, there's an interview where she actually says it from 2012.
Really? So you're right. So the pattern is there, and that's why I heard on it.
Ideal of it. Live, or are you going to do that one? Because you did this one.
I want that one because they got hired. He was, I'll cross it off. It says here, it is the #1 franchise in the fucking country. What is? Well, Today's Show. It is?
Who was before him? Who was before Matt?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? You see it though.
Oh my God,
it's so long.
Was it that long? Really? It was a long time ago?
For $300. Yeah. It's crazy.
He's been doing it for 20 years.
Holy cow.
I have no idea it was before.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Bye. Jenny Carson.
I have been such an advocate for stem cell therapy. I love it. You know, stem into the game because they've heard about it and said, oh yeah, we can do that too. The problem is they're not using real stem cells. No, they're not. In fact, one of them calls themselves the Stem Cell Institute. They don't even use living stem cells. I am telling you, if you want living stem cells, the only way to get them, under the law right now, you can't ship them, they can't be shipped, so you never have living stem cells when fluid is shipped in. Unless they harvest it from a donor, from you, from your blood marrow or your bone marrow or your fat cells, you don't have living stem cells. Also, all injections needed to be guided by imagery. And I suggest MDs, not chiropractors, for this. And Centeno Schultz has living stem cell therapy with guided injections by MDs, orthopedic doctors, pain management doctors, and registered nurses at their side. This is what you need. The original clinic to do stem cell therapy. Dr. Chris Centeno was that man, and he is in Broomfield, Colorado. And he has written papers on it, and he has been around for years. If you want to get rid of those sore joints, knees, hips, back, shoulders, hands, even repairing ACL tears, you must consult Centeno Schultz. 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. Centeno Schultz.
Worry less with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
So your son got home safe last night? Tom said he had a flat tire.
We're doing the diabetic stuff in Mexico. The pancreatic injection of stem cells.
Say it works. He is having a meltdown over millennia.
So that means we'll have it here in a few years.
Well, Melania's White House.
It doesn't all massive type
Walls of the Dam.
No, only type.
Well, type 2 is not a pancreatic disease. I
Like
do not,
a scene from The
type 2,
Shining.
see, this is what comes on
Yeah,
type 2.
You're checking that. What's wrong with it?
I don't know why. Your pancreas produces.
It's crazy. It's crazy what they do.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's not.
I know, but how they do every little. Remember, she wore high heels to the flood. You know, the Houston where they went to the flood.
The pancreas to start producing insulin. How wonderful is that? So for you,
Yeah, that's their pancreatic injections. So that's the way it works. That must be type 1. I didn't ask him.
And they'll tweet that back at them.
I still have to talk
Trump's
to
last
that
tweet
was
was crazy.
You have type 2.
The IBC just fired
Type
Mal
2 is
Bauer.
terrible by diet.
Right.
Well,
Why don't they
mine
fire
does.
the executives?
Yeah, I know. People have tough.
For all the fake news.
I lost 40 pounds.
I know. It's really tough. It's really tough.
And I think what he's
And
really
sometimes,
showing is that
even those who do everything right still have their
you think I'm gonna let up?
won't recognize insulin.
I just,
You know,
pens
what
are so
go
easy now.
to
The little pens
Republican
feel
senators
so small.
that are
Like
leaving,
an acupuncture, you
what was
don't
his
feel
name?
it.
If
3
they don't
times a day,
vote
I've
for
been
it,
injecting my voice.
because they're
So
tax
these are
bill,
free.
I'll guarantee you he will
Hey,
rip
Tom, are
them
you
apart.
going to do
Well,
this
McCain is
today?
up
I
to
just
no
need to
good.
let them know,
You
because
think
there's...
so?
Oh, it's right here.
Well, I didn't know you
I
wanted
just
me
saw
to-
it.
Whenever you
Actually,
want.
I
It
saw
doesn't
it
matter
this
to me,
morning.
Tom. Whenever you want to do it, I just have to give them
I
a
know
heads
he
up
had
so they
said
know
that
if
there's
the
other
people are
things in there.
calling.
No, I wasn't.
Not again.
You tell me when it's best for you, and as long as I get a
Republican
heads up
victory
on
may
it, then I
rest
can do
once
it.
again with McCain.
Okay.
He's a bitter old man, and he's gonna die
He's a fucking
15,
asshole.
16,
as a
17
bitter
of December.
And I don't like guys that get caught.
Yeah, I'll do it
That was
next
a
week.
great tweet,
Okay.
too. Hero.
You just let me
What kind of
know.
hero gets
I'll
caught?
follow up with you. Tell me what day so that I can do it.
No, but have McCain attack the shit out of him for it. That's what you forget.
I'd be willing to do whatever I want. I was going to say, fine,
Someone
if you
starts
did
making
it,
fun of your mother long enough, you're going to
did it,
say
I would
shit to
do
them. You
5
probably
sets of
shouldn't say.
tickets,
Well,
maybe?
Yeah,
right.
next week
But
will
like
be-
say you don't say it in public, are you just saying the same thing?
No,
to
you
all
tweet
POWs?
it. You tweet it to your 20 million followers.
I think
There is truth. Tell me there's not truth to this. McCain, the war hero. What kind of war hero gets caught?
next week before.
That's like saying every
That's
POW
fine. Yeah,
in
I
World
can
War
do it.
II.
You need to text me on Monday, please.
Okay.
Huh?
Please just
Talk
join.
about his
I'm going to put it on
Trump made about
my
it.
calendar.
Yeah.
Please
I
do
kind of
that.
had to
Okay.
agree.
Because I get
Come
so
on, you
wrapped
talk
up
about
in
every POW
And then if you
in
just
World
tell
War
me,
II.
hey, so are you thinking you want to do it on Monday?
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Terrible.
Thursday.
I think he gave up info.
Perfect.
didn't
So
No, no,
whatever
no.
day
He
you want
actually
me to
could have been
do it, you're gonna
released.
do it. I
His
just want
dad
to
was
tell them at the
admiral.
church.
He could have been released. He says no.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here.
I mean, I can't say the exact time.
No. As long as I know the day.
Liberals
If I know the day, that's fine.
Tuesday
Did
through
McCain
Friday.
give up
each week.
info?
Okay, cool.
to-
I'll
I love
text
giving
you.
away stuff.
That's great.
Especially
I
this
thought
time
I
of year.
already did.
Where is
Well,
it?
I have a lot of people.
Terry?
No, it's
There
at
it is.
West
Songbird
Bulls
McCain.
Community Church, which is over at Bulls and 470.
That's a hell of a picture.
But it's a good show. I think people
Nothing
will
racist
like it.
about that.
And it's not a
I went one
small
year.
Oh
town.
my God.
Hey,
Tom
Tom
Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. I love Frank Duran, the real estate man, because he is tenacious. He is so ambitious. He is so wonderful when it comes to serving people. You think you're the only customer. So, you looking for someone to buy real estate for you to help you find a house? Or if you're listing your home, oh my goodness, you're going to be so happy with Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, 303-920-1622, 303-920-1622, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. Okay. Mark, what are you reading? You're so wrapped up. What are you reading?
I don't want to get into it.
Okay. Mike says his car was wrongfully repoed. And here's the only argument that you have: if they did not calculate the deficiency properly. Now, the loan balance, you're just going to have to take their word for it, because whatever the loan balance was, it was. You have default interest, you have all of that. It doesn't matter what the payments add up to. You have to do the math in a different way. So I assume they're going to have the balance proper, and then they're going to sell the car. Then they take what they get at the auction and subtract it from what the balance was. The balance also includes any attorney's fees and any auction fees. So let's call it the balance. Now you take the balance and you subtract it. If they sold the car for $7,000, but they told you, or the court docs say they only sold it for $3, then you're going to have a $4,000 difference, and you have proof if you have the guy who bought it.
I wonder if Bob the car guy, because he goes to these auctions all the time, if we gave him the VIN, if he can see what it's sold for at that auction.
Let's ask Bob the car guy if he can do that. That's a great idea. Now,
if Burke and Cotter actually did that,
I don't think they would. But
aren't our kids friends with their kid or something? I mean,
something like that.
We know these people.
We have never ever had a complaint about
not
that.
One.
Not one ever. That's why.
Well, if you go online, you can see.
But you can see complaints about anyone.
Yeah. So
I see people complaining about Trump online, and that's unbelievable.
Yeah. So listen, Mike. Here's the deal. Let's figure it out. It's either right or wrong.
Right. Well, another issue is that when I ask the finance company, the same owner owns all of it. The repo, the finance.
Doesn't matter.
There's no problem.
Doesn't matter.
Right. No, I'm not saying that's an issue.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So I asked them for a full log of all.
He literally said the other issue is.
Hold on, Mark. Mike, what did you just ask for?
I asked them for all the payment history and everything that was applied to my account.
Well, they don't, technically they don't really have to give that to you now. They would if they were trying to collect the debt.
In court, they'd have to.
Yeah, they have to. So you
I
can
did
ask.
that prior.
Yeah.
And what didn't reflect was the down payment that I put towards the vehicle, the $2,000.
Well, listen, they don't have a judgment yet. They have to sue you for that judgment.
Listen, we are going to be able to find out how much that sold for at auction. I'm pretty sure of that. And if it truly is that a guy bought it for $7,000 and they're only crediting you $3, that's a problem.
Yeah,
we can get handled.
It's going to be easy actually. Now, you have to be sued for them to enter a judgment. But here's what you need to do right now. Did they ask for this payment? They didn't sue you for it right now. They're just asking for it, right?
No, they have a separate party pursuing it.
Okay. All right, good. Here's what I think, though. I'm hoping you never missed the part where they took you to court and got a judgment. I'm hoping they don't have a judgment, because then you get to go to court, and this is where you ask for that complete documentation of debt, okay? That's where you get to ask for it. So the first thing I would do is write to the collector and make it so you can take it to court. Make it in writing and request full documentation of the debt. Here's what you want: the loan balance as of the date of repossession, a payment history, and a history of all extra fees. You want everything. So ask for that in writing. The judge will make them do that if you go to court. They have to give you an accounting. They can't just sue you. That's where you start, okay? Just let us know how
Tom,
it goes, but you have to do that, yes.
Bob the car guy is going to help us out. When was it sold at auction?
I believe it was sold
the sale
end
date.
of, actually here this spring.
Okay,
that
we need the
might
exact.
be a problem, but just
we
put
need
him
the
on
date.
hold so I can get his info.
We need to do this off the air, okay? Now, sorry you had to wait so long. My dear, and I'm not harassing you when I say my dear. Go ahead, that's your name, right, my dear?
No, it's Maria.
Maria?
R-E-E. Uh-huh.
You mean like Maria?
Well, almost like it. But
okay.
Not the same.
I'm sorry. So anyway, what's going on with you?
I emailed Suzanne some stuff. I bought a GPS receiver on eBay.
Okay.
For the amount of $6,300.
$6,300. Wow, that's an expense. Is that an aircraft GPS?
No, it's for agriculture.
Okay. And what happened?
It turns out it's a stolen item.
It's a stolen item? Hold on. That's a whole different ballgame. If that's a stolen item, I'm sure that eBay might have a way to process that. I'm going to talk to you right next. Hold on. Alaramas Pro Auto Care. You want to talk about a Martino special? I love when you do Martino specials. What do you got going on?
Well, this one's a little different, Tommy, but it certainly is part of the business we do. We do a lot of fleet, and
yes, you do.
A lot of listeners that are commercial. They've got cars, they got light trucks.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to put this out because it's getting close to the end of the year, and a lot of them want to get their stuff fixed. Some of them haven't tried us. We do all the iHeartMedia.
Yes, you do.
Vehicles, all the vans, all the trucks. We do yours. Well, we're going to take great care of them. Here's my screaming deal: you come in and have at least $100 worth of service done on the vehicle. You're going to get immediately $50 back.
Wow.
You're going to pay half price. And you're going to also get that great warranty that we've got for commercial vehicles, which is kind of unheard of in our industry. We got that policy on it. And we're going to take care of you with that. We're going to give you the great warranty. We're going to set up pricing. We can do billing on approved credit. And so if you got a business, give me a call. Call the Denver store. Call the Littleton store. We'll get you set up. We'll get your vehicles in. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, and here's what's good about it. You become kind of like the fleet manager. You do the gentle email reminders, texting when necessary to let people know what's going on with their cars, or that you might say, hey, this truck, this VIN number needs this service. I love the way you keep track of everything. 303 Pro Auto. Of course, they do individual service as well. They can do all of your service, including regular maintenance on brand new cars, and they keep good records. That's Pro Auto Care, 2 locations, Evans and I-25, Bowles and Santa Fe. In those areas, 303 Pro Auto. The website is 303proauto.com.
From the Fox Business Network, stocks are mixed in afternoon trading and not...
I got my $2,500 back from PayPal. I bought a motorcycle and it never showed up. The guy fell off the face of the earth. And so they, if you pay for it on PayPal, they, I don't know how much they cover.
Did you pay for it on PayPal?
Yeah, I just...
You talked to him?
Suzanne did. She said it was a PayPal.
But
You're a wealth
eBay
of
says
knowledge.
they
We
wouldn't
need
want
your help.
anything.
I'm only a wealth of knowledge because I had it happen to me.
So, Mark, what were you reading and talking about? Come on, man. I want to be part of your deal here.
Send up
I feel left out. Come on, Mark.
Senator McCain.
What about
He looks like I don't think it's going to happen, but he could be a holdout. The only reason Obamacare didn't go away was McCain. I don't know if you knew that. He was the one vote they needed they weren't getting. So now they're talking on taxes again. So what I remember Trump saying that he didn't like McCain, didn't think he was a war hero because he got captured. He said that during the election. But that's after McCain was throwing shit at him for a long time, man. So don't forget that point. And this is back when they were both running for president, going after each other. So I Googled that up, and there was a picture of McCain in this like jail with these 3 Oriental people. Asian people around him. Why is that? Why is it not Oriental?
I'm sorry. It's Asian. It's Oriental rugs.
Oh, really?
Asian people.
Really?
Oriental.
Well, don't they say the Orient?
Not Oriental people. I'm telling you. Just look it up.
But who says?
You want to be correct? I don't care, Mark.
Are you allowed to say Mexicans?
First of all, you're allowed to say anything. So I don't care. Mexicans are Mexicans.
But you just corrected me. You're the one that just corrected me. He doesn't care, but he's the one that just corrected me.
I did. Oh, you're saying.
Oh, I said Orientals. Right. And you said, no, they're not Orientals, they're Asians.
Right.
And I said, says who?
I don't care.
He's definitely right on that one. Oriental is
so we don't say it's offensive. You don't say Oriental.
Offensive.
No, because it's different. Oriental is an area, well, and Asia is a continent. They like Asian. They don't like Oriental.
Africans?
That's a continent, Mark. That's a continent. Americans. Do you know people in South America call themselves Americans?
Okay, that makes sense because you're grouping them all together.
But Oriental has no meaning other than the Orient, and what the Orient was
Australians.
The way they got that word was it had something to do with facing eastwardly to orient yourself. If you look at, I think that's what it is. Or we use the term orient yourself based on that. It's either or. But in any case, one time I said to somebody, I think that's so wonderful. Your children are so beautiful, that mix of Oriental and American. And they went,
my kid's not half rug.
No, they said, Tom, we know you didn't mean anything offensive. They really.
Well, that's just it. If you say something and you don't mean it offensive, who cares?
Yeah. That's most of your life. We know that.
Is that the photo?
I was, say it again, I was staring at something. I heard Dan crack up.
I said,
most of your life.
I said, yeah, if you don't know about it, it doesn't.
Oh, shut up.
It doesn't mean offensive.
I get it.
Like you do most of the time.
Most of your life.
You're not, what do you call it? So you want Colorado Boulevard.
You deserve.
Oh, this is crazy. So I just looked it up. It is now politically incorrect to use the word Oriental.
and this is why. President Obama recently signed a bill prohibiting the use of the term in all federal documents. Who did? Obama. So that's why you can't use it anymore. He literally said in any federal documents you can't refer to it or else.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Brian Burns is with us from Compass Insurance Group. We're going to keep the insurance helpline going till 4. Please tell everyone, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Do we have any more examples? We've had examples where people save thousands of dollars a year just listening to us and doing an insurance checkup. That means you just call up, no obligation, and they run the numbers through 25 companies. What do you have?
I'll just go quickly here. Auto owners, we moved someone from Farmers to auto owners, saved $600. Another one from USAA to Acuity for $900.
Wow.
We've got one here from American Family to Safeco with over $1,000 of savings.
Oh, I love it.
And one more here. We had one from Farmers. And again, another person that really had a need for an umbrella but didn't have one. We added an umbrella and saved $1,650.
Oh, wow.
So,
all right, let's talk to Mehdi. And he bought a $6,000 plus GPS off of eBay, and it was stolen. Now, the good news is if you used PayPal, they should take care of you, right?
Well, that you would think so, but it's been a month-long process, and I have not gotten a decision out of them yet. I wasn't notified.
First of all, how do you know it's stolen? Let's get there. How do you know?
Because they all come with a serial number. So when I took the serial number and put activation on it on my account, the original owner was notified that it's been taken out of his account. And that's when he realized it was stolen, and he contacted the police department.
What do you mean, the original owner?
Why? It's almost like a cell phone, man. So in other words, you know, someone sold a cell phone that was stolen. You can't light them back up. So this guy actually got the product, but he can't use it because it's registered to someone else, and someone stole it from that other person.
Yes, they broke into.
They need to. This eBay needs to refund this guy. Whoever sold it to him on eBay freaking ripped him off.
So, no, but eBay, see, I didn't get the notification until over 30 days after I purchased it that it was stolen. So eBay's liability ends at 30 days.
Oh, my God.
They cannot help me. They referred me to PayPal.
Yeah, but what is PayPal's... how did you pay? By PayPal, right.
PayPal.
And you can't... And if you can't... Here's the weird thing about PayPal. You're paying PayPal with your credit card, or if, worse yet, if you open up your bank account. Did you use a credit card or not?
Well, $4,300 was on a credit card. The rest was my PayPal balance.
Did you contest the $4,300?
Not yet. I was waiting for outcome.
Here's what they're going to tell you. Here's what they're going to tell you, that it technically was not a purchase. It was a PayPal payment.
Yes.
That's what they're going to tell you. Now, Clint, you purchased something, was it, and PayPal did it, was it 30 days or longer?
It took quite a while. I purchased a motorcycle.
No, I'm talking about when did you discover it was stolen?
Oh, well, I had something that just didn't show up.
Oh, it wasn't stolen. It was just didn't show up.
No, it didn't show up. Couldn't recontact the guy.
This one is easier. Yours is easier because it freaking is stolen, and you can prove it's stolen. Did the guy get it back?
No, I still have it. I did not want to send it back to the original owner until I get my money from PayPal.
Man, it gets even worse. You actually know now you have stolen merchandise.
Receiving stolen property.
Exactly, yes.
This guy's in a real bind. I mean, first of all, you should send it back to that owner, man. I mean, you can't have...
Well, not yet. He has to have it as proof first, proof.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
PayPal keeps telling me not to send it back.
No, not yet. Not yet. You're not trying to withhold it. Did you talk to the owner?
No, I have not.
You need to know. Does the owner know? Does the owner know you didn't do it?
Yes, they do.
The guy that sold it, is he still on? Hold on, is the guy still on eBay?
He seems to be. I have not made any contact with him directly.
Well, please let me know.
He might not have known either.
Well, the funny thing is, it was stolen in Tunica, Mississippi, and it was sold and shipped from Lincoln, Nebraska. So I don't know how it made it that far, but there was also some other items stolen out of the vehicle, with this receiver, but I have not recovered anything.
It's crazy. I bought a phone one time, man. Man, I'll never do it again. I bought an iPhone years ago, and the stupid thing was like blocked, and they wouldn't activate it. They wouldn't do anything because at one point it was stolen, and that was it. It was a useless phone.
Listen, what do you have to activate with the GPS, by the way?
You pay. It's still working, but they just noticed when I bought the subscription for the level of accuracy I'm using, we're paying $1,000 a year subscription.
You're using to plow it, right?
Plow, plant, combine, anything else.
What does it do? So is your combine just operate itself, and you put this in it?
Yes, it drives itself up and down the field, and it also makes a map of your yield data and everything you do in the field.
What do you grow?
Corn, wheat, soybeans.
A little hoochie? No?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wondered.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Listen, man, what are we gonna do, guys? I mean, PayPal, these places are so mammoth, you cannot get through to them, you can't talk to people.
It's horrible, Tom.
Okay. Mitty, here's what we're gonna do. If you're in the process, do you mind taking a look at it? I'm going to I love giving these to him because he loves this stuff. He loves the detail. So I'm going to give it to Deputy Clint. Let him get into that detail.
I think we should go after the person that sold it first.
Minnie, we're gonna hand you over to Deputy Clint to see what we can work out. Okay? And Francis, I'm so sorry you've been waiting so long. Francis, are you there? Francis? Let's see if she's there, and we'll try to take that. And then we'll talk to Alan about mineral rights. We'll talk about whatever you need at 303-713-TALK. Let's talk now about something that's near and dear to my heart. Oh, my goodness. Over the years, I've had the privilege of talking to drug addicts who called me. They were brave enough to call and say, you know what, I'm a drug addict and I need help. And we have helped them over the years, and I thank you for your trust. Now, I have turned to the Raleigh House, which is a treatment center. They have multiple locations in the Denver area, all evidence-based treatments designed to help reduce substance abuse, and they are locally owned. We have established this community helpline. Here's what it is. It's not a crisis line. Listen to what it is. It's for families who have a drug addict within them, or if you have a friend in your circle who's an addict, or an aunt or an uncle or someone. Okay, here's what they do. They answer all of your questions. There really is no place to go and answer all of your questions. You can call with no obligation, confidentiality or not, it's up to you, and they'll answer every question. What is rehab? What kind of rehab? What different options are there? How much does it cost? Does insurance cover it? How long does it take? How do I approach the addict? How do I know if they are an addict? What if they're doing this? What if they're doing that? What should I do if they do this? How can you help me? Can you set up a meeting? Any question on addiction. Here is one thing universally true that everyone agrees on. Addiction will never go away on its own. You need some intervention or help. Don't let another day go by. The holidays are the worst. 720-893-5559. The worst when it comes to an addiction. 720-893-5559. TheRaleighHouse.com.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic.
They're featured on the Prophet. I wonder if he knows they were ripping people off here.
And what did they do? They never did give the money back. Oh, they gave half. The guy would never come on the air.
Oh, that's right. Was that one tumbleweed? That one was.
He wrote us a letter.
That one was tumbleweed. Jeez, that one. I was thinking it was the one that packed up and disappeared from the home show.
Well, there's been three of them. There's been that one, tumbleweed, and the other one where he just talked off one.
That was close.
So McCain refused to order release from prison camp because they were offered it to him because his dad was
Mark just rubbed that son of a bitch in.
Mark just made a pretty epic failure of a shot.
I wasn't trying to get in the trash.
No, we were just trying to huck it against the wall.
I was trying to get as close as possible without going here.
Horseshoes.
I can't believe these guys. I gotta watch this episode tonight.
It's just, you see Tina Long says, could somebody please tell Mark that Bill O'Reilly wanted to use a loofah in the shower, not a falafel?
No, it was a falafel.
Falafel would have brought a whole new level of kin. That's what it says.
I want to rub you down with my burrito, he says. I'm pretty sure Bill O'Reilly actually said falafel. Bill O'Reilly, rub you down in the shower.
With a falafel?
With a falafel.
I don't think that's right, is it?
It's a loofah.
Well, loofah makes sense. It's a shower. It's something that goes in the shower.
Here it is, right here. Falafel lawsuit.
Well, what does it say? What did he say?
Remember Bill O'Reilly's extreme sexual harassment. Falafel lawsuit.
That is crazy. What a weird thing to say.
Mark, let's send this one.
That was the whole point I was making, is he thought a falafel
was a loofah.
Was a loofah.
Okay.
But the woman just, she didn't correct him. I mean, here's this old grainy guy saying, hey, you want to come up to the shower and I'll wipe you down with a falafel. I mean,
maybe she was just asking him for a snack then.
Falafel.
So he actually did say that? Holy cow.
I wish I could see. Let's find his quote. Here, I'll look at it a different way. Bill O'Reilly's falafel quote.
Retirement savings will last throughout your retirement years. This is Linda Gardner with Blueberry Capital, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, heard every Saturday right here on 630 KHOW. We can help you create a retirement income strategy that you won't have.
Okay, this is going to happen.
Strategy to show you what you can spend with confidence, maintain.
The Fox News pillar told a producer that he put the falafel thing on her pussy. That's exactly what he said.
Call today for your
Why do men believe women are going to be turned on by
a falafel?
No, but by
anything.
By saying that. No, by saying
that is a total power. It's that they think
I'm
that
gonna
they
when you say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just saying that. Why do they think or like
I don't know if they
leaving
care.
the door open.
So you're
a
saying
big fat hairy goddamn old man, and you leave the door open thinking that some woman's going to become overcome with passion?
No, I don't think they care. I think they think, I am powerful enough, I can leave my door open, you're not going to say a thing about it. That they get so consumed with the fact that no one ever talks to them about anything else. No one ever talks them down.
I'll put the falafel thing.
He told the producer that
So not only is he like sexually harassing the
He didn't
hell
know
out
what
of
he's
this
talking
woman,
about.
he has no idea what a falafel is. It's great. It's the funniest thing ever. It is funny. He denied all accusations that he referred to it as a falafel.
The loofah wouldn't have mattered.
you should have just said a washcloth.
The falafel.
It is a power thing, no doubt.
It is unbelievable to think that.
Think of what Clinton did. Clinton, now that I think about it, remember there was that whole cigar deal.
Well, yeah.
Not just oral, it was the whole cigar thing.
And you heard that thing that
It is a power thing.
Yeah.
they asked Hillary about that.
What woman wants someone to hand her a cigar and say, here? It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's got to be some kind of power trip.
Yeah.
An interview asked Hillary, did the stuff that Weimar did anything like Bill? And she says, close but no cigar.
That's pretty good, man. Close but no cigar.
That was it. Ted told me that.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome. Alan, you need some information on mineral rights. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Ron Allen. Hey, we have a company coming in doing some fracking close to the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They've offered us $500 to begin the fracking process, and then a mineral rights, a continual $50 payout every month thereafter. Does that sound
Okay.
right? Is there any
So-
negotiations? Or?
Okay, they offered this to you right off the bat?
Right.
And what is the payment structure again?
$500 to start the fracking process.
How many acres
just
do you
to
have?
see. I don't have any acres. Actually, a neighborhood. So everybody in the neighborhood in that community, I'm thinking, will get that $50 a month, and then everybody that's in that community will get $500.
Okay,
For
this
them
is
to
this
explore.
is different than any royalty stream I'm involved in, where I buy acreage. So I don't know. I'm thinking that everything's negotiable. First of all, if they don't have a lease, that's what they're asking for, right? You have the rights, right? They're asking for the rights. Is that right?
Right.
They're
That is
asking
correct.
you as a neighborhood to lease your rights.
You got it.
Here's what I wonder. What happens if one person in the neighborhood says no? Do you know?
They said they have the right to go forward somehow, some way that after so many days they can go forward, but that person is out of that initial offer.
You know what? I don't understand it at all unless you send me the documentation. So I need it. You need to send it to us, and then we'll look at it. We'll have our people look at it. You got to send it to us. Suzanne, have them email it as soon as possible. Now, I went to Frances, and she wasn't... Are you there now, Frances?
Yes, we are.
Okay, Frances, I'm really sorry you had to wait so long. I went to... just very quickly... I need to talk to one of you very quickly so we can start on this problem. What do you mean? Are you having a problem with the valet?
Are you having any other calls regarding...
Okay, I can't hear her.
Oh, dear.
She needs
it was
to...
Car Hop, the dealership.
Have her take care of the phone, please. I want to get back to her. I only have a couple minutes. I want to help her. There's something... I can't hear anything. Ray, what is the Phil Long problem?
Yes, I bought a vehicle right before Memorial Day, and
okay.
And I had problems when I picked it up. You know.
Is it new or used, Ray?
Well, it's used.
Okay. And here's what I have to ask you: did you buy it as is?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be as is. I imagine, you know, they put as is. It had 5,000 miles on it.
Oh, only 5,000?
Yes. And I talked to them to see if they could make, to try and see what would be more feasible for me, to buy one brand new or buy, a late model.
Ray, is it under warranty still?
It should be. It's only, it's got...
Well, that's what I'm asking. Why are you not taking it back for warranty work? Why do you need our help?
It's not warranty work. First of all...
Okay, hold on, because I don't want you to run out of time. Ray, Suzanne, I want to get Ray on for Car Day. Francis and Lacey, we can get you on tomorrow if we can get a better phone. Okay, I want to thank Compass Insurance Group. Don't forget the insurance helpline. And when they're not here, it's 303-996-9000 for the insurance checkup.
80% of Fortune 500
So it's mineral rights versus surface rights.
That's a hard out at 20? Yeah, is that what it is?
Now it is.
Oh, man, I thought it was later than that.
You guys got some good stuff today.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, they gave me a ton of examples. So.
$2 million house, and they didn't.
No umbrella.
An umbrella.
No umbrella.
Wow.
So people just don't realize it.
Yeah, they just have no idea.
So you think your insurance company would have tried to sell up and say, hey?
Not if you're direct. I mean, if you're calling, doing your own insurance, it doesn't work that way.
Well, you would think they'd still. He makes a point. You would think they would want the bigger policy, though. Make more money.
What like a Geico, or if you're online going direct to, let's say, Allstate, or you're doing it yourself,
you just order it
they
yourself.
Can't advise you on anything.
You're kidding me.
Because otherwise they start taking responsibility.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So they make it so that whatever you ask for is what we give you. If you don't ask for it, you're not getting it. Whereas an agent, you try to help them understand what it is, and they can decide whether they want it. So. All right, thanks, guys.
You got it, man. See you next time, Brian.
All right, you want me to text you Monday or Tuesday, Tom?
Monday. Hey, they never canceled my umbrella.
They never did.
Nope.
So they kept the umbrella standalone even though they wouldn't keep your auto.
Yep.
What sense does that make?
Well, they're probably, I thought about that a lot. I think they're willing to take a calculated risk based on whatever algorithm they use.